now. All right. The brang-a-dang,
Turn their
blang-a-dang.
phones on silent.
Everybody's phone's on silent.
My phone's over there, all right? How about
Hey,
that?
man, welcome to the No Jumper Show. It's an exciting time to be alive because we might
it?
not be live much longer. It's going down. This shit is fucking crazy.
Insane.
I mean, it's weird because we could probably make a compilation of like the last 4, 5, 6 episodes of the No Jumper Show where the things we were saying about it keep getting increasingly more and more serious. And
Insane.
if you were to go back to the first time we talked about it, we'd probably sound so stupid.
'Cause it was definitely like a joke. I mean, it wasn't a joke, but we definitely weren't
I
taking
mean, you guys
it.
were
Nobody
definitely
was
joking.
ready for
You guys
it.
were joking about me because I just went to China.
I mean,
Right,
kind of
left
wasn't.
and you always
China.
wear the mask. You've always been a supporter of the mask.
The masks are cool. You've been to Tokyo.
I know a lot of people wear masks out
Yeah.
there, and I think it's cool that you've brought it to our culture and that you represent mask culture on this podcast. I'm not mad at the mask.
I don't
I
think
like
it's
the
cool
mask.
how you brought it back to America, though.
Excuse me.
No, we cannot blame Kim at this time.
I left at the perfect time. I left January
Well,
1st.
we don't know that, though.
My brother, we must be very careful to, in the spirit of J Electronica, not condemn Kim
Yeah,
for
don't
bringing
be-
the virus here.
Don't be xenophobic. Don't be like Trump and call it the China virus.
Do you see that? The
Assholes.
China virus. I like that.
The
That was fucked up.
the Kong flu.
The reality is, though,
Kung flu.
and
I hate
I
you.
just want to get this out of the way. The reality is that there are wet markets in China where there's people handling bats and ducks and pigs,
Insane.
and they're basically. I just heard Sam Harris say this. So anybody, if you want to accuse me of plagiarism, that's totally fine. But he was saying that those people in those markets are basically agents of bioterrorism without realizing it, because in that environment they can basically cook up viruses that are going to be super powerful, and that's where like repeatedly these viruses keep coming from, is from like disgusting conditions out there.
For
So
sure. Didn't SARS come from there too?
Yeah.
Not from there, but those kind of markets.
yeah, exactly. And
'Cause it
it's
came from bats.
it's like the government, as much as the Chinese government probably doesn't want to like give in to American demands, if that's what it ends up looking like, but they're going to have to at a certain point just be like, okay, these things need to change because
Yeah.
we need to have standards for keeping shit clean, even in parts of the world but it's a bizarre thing to imagine, like American interventionism on behalf of like keeping people's food and animal supplies clean. Like, how much at a certain point are we really going to be able to police the disgusting things that people do in private with animals?
My brother. They want you to believe that this is how it happened.
Do you still have friends who are like that? Because Lavelle is like one of those who's like all up on a story telling how everybody's brainwashed and how this is
I
government
think that
control.
I believe all of it.
You really believe that?
I believe this is like
Oh my God.
a test on some new world order shit to get us all in the house and get us all scared and fucking. I believe it.
But so you don't believe that there's actually a virus that
No, I
Kevin Durant
definitely-
tested positive for
No.
today?
No. I believe that this is a thing, but I just believe that they released it themselves.
What?
And
Do you
they-
think the Chinese cooked up this virus to
No.
unleash upon their
First
own
of all,
people?
the world. There's one government. There's no such thing as separate.
This is not
governments.
true. There's
It's the wor- it's the
clearly
world.
I
different
don't want to
governments.
spread false narratives.
Listen,
on
Yeah,
you.
house phone
my
is on
brother.
some J Electronica
Did you
shit.
guys
It's
see
not happening.
that
brother.
it came from bats, which transferred to, they're not armadillos, but they look like armadillos. Someone fact checked
Oh,
it,
I
but
forget what it's called. What's
it's
that? What's that animal?
it's a weird-looking
It's a
animal.
fucking super weird ass name.
It's a weird ass animal, and apparently that one is the most not trafficked, but
In my mind,
Yeah.
the wet markets where they just have a whole bunch of different animals and they're all just rubbing together and there's just pee and poop and just all kinds of. Ugh. In my mind,
yeah.
it's like the grossest place on earth, and I in my mind, the vision I have.
We don't need to condemn those people. That's
what
part
I
of
don't
their
think
culture.
either, yeah.
It's because apparently they the people that buy those animals, they want to see them killed in front of them because apparently that's just part of their
Yeah.
culture. And so
I did do that with a chicken one time in China, yeah. But it was in a
Yeah.
pretty clean market for the most part, though. It felt like a pretty sanitary chicken killing.
fortunately, I have not seen someone kill my animal before I eat it.
The unfortunate part, though, is that, yes, we cannot condemn those people or their culture, but we have to absolutely condemn the part of their culture that is creating such unsanitary concerns that, like, kids can't go to school for a few months. Like, the whole world has to change to accommodate the fact that this is going to keep happening.
The scary part is that they knew about the virus before they told the entire world.
Right.
Yeah.
Talk to me about how this has changed you guys' lives. Has it been weird for you, House Phone, to not really be able to go out and just rage and hit the warehouse shows like you normally do all the time?
I love that. You just condemn me to the warehouse, my
So
brother.
I assume that you have like the exact same lifestyle as before.
Before the warehouse.
Well, before now, like when I've met you, I assume you're on the same shit of like running around the streets, being in
Not
the
at all.
warehouses. No.
I've been trying to be fucked up in the crib anyway, so this is like just more of an excuse for me to just chill out and just be in the crib and just working on shit that I've been, planning and working on anyway. So I'm not really tripping.
Yeah, it's like as much as everybody is terrified, I feel like in a weird way, there's also a sense of sort of like communal relief in a weird way of like, oh, well, so we all just get to stay home, so we don't have to be working our asses off all the time like we've been doing for like the past many decades. Like,
I know.
as bad as it is, there is like that sense of
So
a lot of
so-
people
There's
like,
an interesting silver lining.
wow, so we're just staying home.
Also,
like,
did
this
you-
is kind of all right.
Well, for me, I feel like I've been wanting to stay home and like practice my craft or whatever. And before it, I felt somewhat guilty. I'm like, okay, but I should be out hustling.
Right.
But now I'm like, okay, well, this is exactly what I. kinda
Everybody's in the
wanted.
lab. Everybody's in album mode now.
Exactly.
Everybody's in album
everybody,
mode, no
literally
facts.
everybody.
What are you about to say?
Only thing though, this shit was kind of fucking up. Well, I mean, it's fucking up everybody's like
fucking up everyone's.
revenue and them working and shit like that. I mean, we don't have traditional jobs, so thank God we don't really have to worry about that. We can just sit here at this damn table,
Right.
Stay far away from each other. But I'm working
it's
on.
not a group of 10, so it's fine. We're fine.
But I'm like working on a secret project, and that kind of got pushed back a little bit because the factory that we were doing shit in was in Portugal, and they were outsourcing materials for this project in Italy.
Oh boy.
And it was
Everything
like,
shut down.
so that was not happening. But
That's the crazy part about this.
we found a way around it though.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
but
good.
hopefully,
South America has no coronavirus as far as we know up to this point.
I don't know, but hopefully when the stuff is ready, it will be. Like America will still be taking shipments.
What do you guys think about that? Trump saying it might last till July or fucking August.
It seems common sense to me, to be honest, that like
think?
the idea that this is only going to last a couple weeks seems very
Yeah.
conservative when you think that they're just rolling out testing for a lot of it now. It's almost like every day we find out about a new celebrity or another new group of
know.
people where it's going crazy. Drake might have it.
Yeah.
That's
Drake
crazy.
might have it.
Why? Because he was in the club with 21 Savage.
He was
right?
kicking it with Kevin Durant and four other players on his team. Who's the Nets?
Yeah, Knicks.
Knicks.
Nets?
I don't know.
I was right the first time.
Yeah.
I am a basketball guy now. I work for BarstoolSports.com. Go check out our merch.
ESPN.
And basically,
Ew.
yeah, where did that come from? I've been doing some awkward coughing today.
That's scaring me.
Nah, I'll be all
You're
right.
definitely like more susceptible to dying.
I have not
than
been
we are.
around anybody besides my employees and my girlfriend and my family and Brandon Beacon's girlfriend for many
knows?
days now.
Who
But
knows what
then
they've
it's
been
like,
doing?
who have they been around? And they've been around, and
They've been around.
I went out riding, and actually, I've been around a shitload of my BMX friends because that's mostly what I've been doing with my time since this has happened. Is like going to the skate park and stuff. And actually, wow, we went to the Echo Park skate park today, and that place is fucking tiny. It is so tight. Yuri, have you been there? Oh, it's so
I
miniature.
didn't even know they had.
I didn't
one
know
over
they
there.
had one either. To be
They
honest.
just built it. It's right on the highway, so you get all the enjoyment of being at a skate park, and then also being like broken down on the side of the highway because the highway is right here. It's like cars buzzing by. They're gonna have to build a huge metal fence so that these cars don't come off the highway and like kill people. Also,
yeah. What if a car just flew off the edge or something?
yeah, no, it's gonna happen if they don't build a giant metal fence, and even then, it might still happen. But
Jeez.
I do want to say that besides getting to go to more skate parks with the homies, another good thing about this for me on a personal level I honestly forgot what I was gonna say, but it's been cold as fuck and it's been raining too, which is almost
Yeah.
worse than the coronavirus.
Yeah, it makes
I feel like-
it makes everything feel just
Yeah.
depressing and
Because everybody's staying in. Can you imagine if it was 90 outside right now? And,
Nah, that would
and
suck.
everybody was forced to stay in?
That would suck because then your ratchet activities would want to come out even more.
I don't think that people would really stay home. I feel like it being the winter is very convenient right now.
Apparently, the virus can't survive
I was
in
gonna
the
say,
heat
in
anyway.
heat.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. It might go away
They're saying
for the
that that's
summer
like
if we're lucky.
I was like watching some like I follow this Instagram called like Black Vegan the Tube or something like that.
Black vegan
My brother.
tube. My brother. No wonder you
Literally, my
changed up your whole
brother.
flow.
I swear to
lately.
God, no. You guys think this is a joke? Like my brothers, listen, we're all sheeps.
You
But
also
anyway.
said you would not listen to the Jay Electronica album, which for me, I've listened to it a few times.
'Cause
So
he's
I
Jewish.
was hurt. Oh, no,
I'm basically just like completely
crip.
uninterested in any type of conscious rap. So
My brother.
my brother,
even as you get older, there's no trickle of like wanting to be smarter or
bro,
wanting to learn
yeah,
about the world.
and everything else except for music. Like, give me that. Put that
He
Summers
likes
on.
to like the warehouse
Put that Summers
vibes.
on. Throw that fucking, throw that Zanman on.
Today I watched a video of you. Well, I don't know if you were there, but his father just like spitting in this
Oh, yeah.
white girl's mouth
saw
from
that.
the stage.
Oh, yeah,
that was so disgusting.
And let me- and
The
let me
look
just
on
say-
her face.
Why do
Let me-
people love getting their mouth spat on?
let me just say that whole show. That's when we were on tour. It was like November 2018. That whole tour we were all that was the sickest I've ever been in my whole life. In my whole life, my voice didn't come back for like a year after that. Like my voice was completely gone.
You were smoke perped out.
That girl was begging him to spit in her mouth the entire show.
I wonder if
wonder
she
if she
goes to
got
other
sick.
shows and does that as well. Like, you think
She's
at,
patient zero.
I'm thinking
Oh,
that.
do you think she's at like the Metallica concert next week trying to get James to spit in her mouth?
Who the fuck is James?
Singer of Metallica. You probably could have put that together yourself.
I thought that was like the stage manager or something. I don't know.
The stage manager. No,
The
but
stage manager
dude,
spitting in her mouth.
It's so funny because every old clip of somebody doing something that's super unhygienic is now going
Now
viral
going viral.
again because it's like everybody all of a sudden is like
your
way more
girl's
concerned.
licking fucking
Your girl.
Your girl.
Ava
Your
Louise,
homegirl.
I mean,
your best friend.
it kind of sucks because she clearly did that to go viral. So any negative attention that I give her because of the fact that she did that,
It's like exactly what she wants.
you know,
So,
that's what she wants. She
let's not
knows
even
she's a
speak
piece of
about her.
trash and she's just kind of rolling with it, right?
I
You
just
wouldn't
think-
do that. I saw a porn girl.
Do you do the same thing?
No, she was bent over in the bathroom. She set up her phone on the plane. She bends over and she fucking takes her finger and shoves it in her asshole and then sucks it.
I mean,
That's
she probably knew her
disgusting.
asshole was clean though.
Yeah, but she put it on Twitter too. She probably didn't know. She
That's
probably
her own
A
asshole.
lot of porn girls are just kind of down. It tastes a little poopy. Don't really bother them too much.
One time, never mind.
You fed a turd to a girl?
Nah, just one time I like put my face there and it smelled, my hands and face and beard smelled like ass for like, I washed it multiple times. And I was
I
like,
mean, I've told my story about getting a little turd nug in my mouth when I was eating an ass one night, but I'm not going to tell that story again.
there was no
you
visible.
chew it up or you spit it out.
I like wiped my tongue on the side of her ass to get rid of it.
I wonder what it tastes like. I've never
I
tasted
don't think it
poop.
really made it to most of my taste buds.
Okay, think about how poop smells and then
Oh,
just
God.
put that on your tongue.
Don't do
No,
it.
thank you.
Don't do it. You know that? I mean, I think it's already like pretty much a foregone conclusion that R. Kelly is a bad guy. But the news that just came out, because he had one girl that was standing by him and saying that he was a good guy or whatever, who like everybody obviously
one.
assumed that it was probably not so true. And it just came out that she's now saying that he made her poop in a jar and then he made her eat the poop out of the. I'm just like,
Ugh.
what is that conversation like? What is the eat my poop out of a
I
jar
think he literally
conversation
just
like?
says,
Bitch, you're gonna
You're
shit
gonna-
in this jar.
no, I thought he shits in the jar and you
Oh.
eat it.
I think she's eating her own shit. But what is
Oh.
it that makes you? I don't know though.
It's like a
I think
complete control
he's so
thing.
demented and like, it's
Yeah.
like just regular sex isn't enough.
I just didn't know
He
that was
also-
that far gone.
We also got to talk about, the hurt, the people being hurt grow up to hurt other people. He was
Who did hurt R.
Touches-
Kelly? That would
He
be
was
interesting.
no, he-
honestly.
I mean,
was, like,
if you
he
watched
was, he
it-
was raped.
he was like
He
raped
was.
as a kid. Yeah,
But
like,
that's not
forgot
an
about that
excuse
part
to
of
be
it's
the-
definitely
like-
not an excuse,
No.
but I'm just saying though, it's like
I don't think it's okay to humanize people like that.
Really?
Really?
But we have to humanize him.
Yeah,
he is a
what-
human.
I mean,
But I
he's
mean-
making people eat shit.
No, but I think it's worth analyzing why he got to the point of making people want to eat
No,
shit. And
for
I'm sure
sure.
that like once he's dead, this will probably be like more of a comfortable conversation for people to have. Like, how does somebody, we're gonna have to
Yeah.
have that conversation sooner or later. Like we have that conversation about Hitler. It's like, why did Hitler end up being
Or
such a
like-
fucking psycho?
or like people are like, oh my god, X deserved to die because he may or may not have beat his bitch up or something.
But you know what? Now that X is gone, that to me would be a worthy conversation to have, and I'm not sure that there would necessarily be anybody who would really want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But like, what was his childhood like? I'm not sure that it was ever really fleshed out, but it would be interesting to know if there was any kind of like abuse or trauma, since most people who end up violent probably have some of that.
I don't know. I think that plays a big role in a lot of people's.
100%.
How they
If you
turn
watch
out.
anything with like serial killers, and they all have it all comes from their childhood.
Yeah, I mean,
Aaron
if you have a
Hernandez.
perfect family upringing, then it can be a little.
I mean,
some of those people
Well,
too.
tell
yeah,
us
some
about
of those people
Turner,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I mean,
those
it does
people
hope
too.
you avoid a lot of it for sure. Like, I was
Yeah.
watching a video of Lavelle's daughter dancing to Young Thug today.
That's fire.
And I was like, holy shit, she has so much more swag than my nephews, because my nephews realistically haven't listened to that much Young Thug probably. And she was
She's like hitting
was
the wall.
dancing, like she knew how to hit the dance moves to the
Probably.
beat. I could not believe
She's
it.
gonna be a TikToker.
That's
She's
fire.
definitely on her way.
I was
She-
looking at that most
I didn't even
famous
know
girl,
I didn't even know Lavelle
the
had a
Charlie
daughter.
girl on TikTok.
You like her?
I mean, sure, I like her, but I don't understand why this is so amazing.
Just because she's a fucking sunny little personality
I
that
just-
dances and
I'm
fucking.
like-
It's so weird for me.
It's such a
Nothing has ever made me
interesting-
feel so old. EDM made me feel old. TikTok makes me feel really old. Like,
I don't
wow,
think
I'm not
EDM
ready for this.
I don't think EDM should make you feel old, because that's just like a preference thing where it's just like, this music sucks.
Right.
Hey,
And I don't have to be.
But
I played you some cool shit in the car.
you love
Actually, you
EDM.
did.
We know. But no, this is the thing is that with EDM, like there was a moment, because around the time that EDM was really popping off was also around the time that like we were really starting to fucking be going to Xavier Wolf and Bones and Puya shows and shit like that. And I
Never
remember
been to any of those shows.
you have to.
I've been to a Puya show, maybe.
You never been to a Xavier Wolf show? Or a Bones show?
Who is that?
You don't know who Bones is?
I know what Bones is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I heard of that guy before.
But you don't know who Xavier Wolf is?
Never heard of him.
Look at this, dude. Oh my god. Regardless, that was like around the time that we started to like really be going to their shows, and then at the same time, I obviously was aware of the fact that the fucking EDM world was absolutely exploding, and it very much made me feel like, you know, wow, I've been left behind. I can't relate to this shit. I don't want anything to do with this shit, really. And
you know
it
who
just
was-
kept blowing up.
You know who was tight around that time, though?
But now, not so much.
Getter was tight around that time.
Yeah, what's
But I
he
feel like
doing
that's
now?
because he was involved in the rap scene, too,
Involved.
though.
Yeah, but that is the weird thing, though, is that all the EDM DJs who were involved in rap, none of them really
Stuck around.
seem to have made like a long-lasting impression, or like are still really
I know,
in the
huh?
game, you
You're
know.
right.
And even the rappers who went over to EDM, like Waka Flocka, it felt like it had like a actual like pretty bad impact on their career. Like
Yeah.
and you would have somebody like Migos who did the song with Carnage, and like they could get away with the one song.
Or like Uzi's like first big song was with Carnage and all them, too.
Yeah, but that was like hip hop beat.
Once you have a rapper and they're on a dope beat or whatever, and then all of a sudden it just becomes a crazy EDM breakdown, I think there's a lot of fans, myself included, who are just like, no, like I don't. There's no reason that this should exist in this song.
But-
I don't want anything to do with this.
But think about being like me and being like at Hard Summer with Kim or something. That only rap remix is the only thing you're looking forward to.
That's why I just wouldn't go there, because if I'm going to be standing around for an hour waiting for one song that I kind of
Yeah, right.
kind of like,
But and then it drops into wah wah wah.
yeah, it's just I don't need
Dude,
that.
those little remixes are like the only thing that'll get me through the day. Is I'm walking around listening to blah blah blah, and then like fucking ASAP
They have a
Ferg.
whole
ASAP Ferg work will come out. I'm like, yes.
They have a whole hip hop stage. Gunna
know.
performed,
I
and Young
know.
Thug came.
Right,
Oh my
that's good
God.
for them. But they had to do that.
I
Because
remember-
hip hop kept getting bigger and bigger, and EDM has been getting
Exactly.
smaller and smaller.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, everything comes in waves.
Yeah, but they had to like get down with it. I mean, that is the question, is like, because you know, rap had a crazy year, 2017, 2018. It's felt like 2019, 2020 has kind of been declining. Obviously, everything is in decline right now.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of like, but that's actually a good thing though, is during this time, during this recession, during everybody having to be home, there will be something artistically that emerges
yeah.
from this, and we don't
100%.
necessarily know what it is. But all this isolation, like there's going to be different art that speaks to this time.
What if this turns into the quarantine renaissance?
It's something.
Wow.
Something is going to have to emerge from this, and it might be Cardi B's new EDM remix of
Coronavirus.
"Coronavirus." Shit is real. Shit is getting real.
I
Wait,
saw
did you
someone
see-
make a beat underneath
No,
her saying
it's
that.
a huge fucking
Yeah.
song. It's like number 10 on the fucking Billboard charts.
Oh, I
and
didn't know
it
it was
just-
charting.
No, it is, and they
Oh,
just
my
took her
fucking
fucking
That's
her
hilarious.
vocals, and this dude just made a song and it blew up.
Wait, did you see that like the water and like that runs through like the canals in Venice, whatever, like cleared up
Oh my
again?
God, I saw that.
And the fucking swans came back, and it was just like literally just human presence not being there is just
It
like
makes sense.
Really?
cleaning up the earth already.
So have you guys been going around anyone or just completely staying in the crib? What's
I mean, my lifestyle hasn't changed too much. I pretty much stay at home, see my neighbors across the street.
Right.
But I still go to, the biggest change is probably the grocery stores, how fucking crazy it is there.
right? Are you
I
stocked
haven't gotten
up?
knocked out or anything yet.
Are you stocked up? Do you have a lot of food so that you'd be safe
No,
for a
not
week?
at all.
No, you haven't bothered though to hit the grocery stores really.
I've hit the
It's
grocery
too
stores.
crazy.
It is very crazy. The lines are insane.
We do the
Instacart?
Instacart thing,
Yeah.
but that shit, which normally gets there within a couple hours, is delayed for like at times she's looked at it and said it was like a day or two, and at times she's looked at it and it's been like over a week until they
Yeah.
would deliver the shit,
Yeah,
which is pretty
that
scary.
makes sense.
Yeah, I get all my shit delivered from Costco, and they keep like bringing everything but my toilet paper, or like bringing everything but the disinfecting wipes.
Really?
Yeah.
Everybody keeps saying like, "Oh, like why do you need toilet paper? You could just take a shower." It's like just taking
Ew.
a shower takes like fucking 15 minutes, like including drying off and everything. Like I'm not gonna get in the and I'm not gonna get in the shower with a big turd hanging off my butthole, and just hope that the water is gonna knock it off,
Ew.
cleanse that area. I don't believe it.
Unless I the only way is if you have the ones that you could retract and like put it up there.
Oh,
You know, that's like pretty
no,
much a
that's a
bidet.
great
I mean, I'm
point.
just,
I
like-
have that, but I don't use it.
At a certain
Really? I
point,
love taking
at a
it off.
certain point though, it's like, okay, like my nigga, yes, you should have toilet paper. You should stock up on it, I guess. But it's like you got to think about your fellow man and how many other people probably need that shit too. And like,
Yeah.
at some point, look, it's just like at some point that could possibly be that should be like on the lower list of things. Like you probably need water and food and shit first.
But this is the thing, is that it's a very reasonable thing for a person to want to have, let's say, a month's worth of toilet paper right now, because who the fuck knows what's going to happen. The problem is that if you have 100 people in my neighborhood who all decide they want to go and buy a month's worth of toilet paper, then there's no toilet paper for anybody else, because that store realistically only has the amount of toilet paper that they think that they need. That's how the world's going to have to change so much, is that all these businesses that are just going to completely shit the bed because they have to be closed for a couple of months are going to have to
gonna
like
happen.
imagine a new reality in which they're going to have to keep enough cash on hand and be ready for this kind of thing. And the problem is that the government's going to fucking bail out all of these like casinos and airlines
Stupid
and everything
shit
like
like
that.
that, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
meanwhile, what about the people who can't pay their rent? Like, the thing is, though, is that the bad things that are happening to everybody are happening all at the same time. So, like, now you have people talking about wealth redistribution and, like, the government just giving people money, not pursuing loans, et cetera, in a way that has never been discussed before. People were looking
Never.
at Andrew Yang like he was a fucking sociopath a year ago when he was saying give people $1,000 a month. Now, that seems like a very realistic possibility, and I don't know what the fucking alternative is.
yeah, man, it's
What do you guys think is gonna happen to rent? Do you think
Oh
they're
yeah, I
gonna
was gonna
freeze
say.
it?
I mean, anyone who can't pay their rent, I don't know. But okay, here's the thing: if say me and Lena couldn't pay our mortgage,
Yeah.
even if our fucking mortgage company decides like, oh, we're gonna just give you an extra couple months to make these mortgage
Yeah.
payments, what then happens to the bank that is supposed to have all this money coming in and they don't have it? It's like that's gonna be devastating for them as well. And who knows what happens
Fuck the
from
bank
that.
though. Like, let's,
Yeah, fuck the bank, but like, but all the banks getting fucked out of all the money that they're owed is not going to be good for society at all either.
Yeah.
And when it's really going to trickle down, like everybody right now is like, oh, at least I'm a YouTuber, I can make YouTube videos or whatever. Well, what about when all these banks and all these fucking corporations don't have any money to advertise and they have to dramatically cut back on the money that they're putting into YouTube, which seems that's probably going to happen at some point,
didn't
right?
you tweet already that some shit was happening with YouTube and them not looking into videos and
Oh my God,
monetization
I saw
already?
that.
Their thing is that they normally have these like packed warehouses of like 10, 20, 30,000 fucking people
What?
who are just sitting on computers and just watching YouTube videos to review them
Jesus
once they're
Christ.
So
flagged as
stupid.
being inappropriate, because YouTube wants to keep all their shit safe for advertisers. But now they're like, oh, all those people aren't coming into work. So as a result, a lot of your YouTube videos probably aren't going to get reviewed, or it's going to take an insanely long time period for them to get reviewed. Sorry.
I mean, Like if you guys could guess how many fucking people are on YouTube, like how many creators are on YouTube on app?
I mean,
I mean, millions, but
millions. I think they
ones who are
upload.
popular. I don't know.
They upload X amount of hours of fucking videos per minute.
How many YouTubers have over 1 million subscribers?
That's crazy.
Here's what I found.
16,000 channels with over 1 million subscribers.
Jesus Christ,
that's a lot.
that's a lot.
I
That is a
guess
lot.
not really the answer
Not
to
really,
your question
but
so
like-
much, but
no, it gives me like a frame, I guess, of
look, I saw this before we, and by the way, my shirt is available from nojumper.com. I know nobody cares about St. Patrick's Day right now, but
You know what's-
kind of made this to fit that theme.
You know what's funny? I just really like green. I did not think about it was St.
I
Patrick's Day.
completely
Now.
Drink
forgot
green, you're
about
about to turn into a
St.
reptile.
Patrick's Day.
This guy just made me this guy from the Philippines. Shout out Liz Laboratory or Lizzie Laboratory. I don't know how to
Liz.
pronounce it. Lise Laboratory. He made me
Liz.
And
this
what,
custom.
they just put that patch on it, or is it actually Carhartt?
So that's fake Carhartt?
It's like a custom bandana print Carhartt jacket. He just made it.
Damn, that's tight.
Yeah, shout out to him. It's not Carhartt at all. Carhartt did not make this.
Dapper
so he-
Dan type thing, huh?
Interesting.
Yeah, no, he's fire. And like now he actually made like Waka Flocka one, and yeah, he's sick, bro.
I
Shout
want
out
a
to
pink
bro.
one.
Okay, look at this. This came out right as we were going to air. Due to the coronavirus crisis, Philadelphia police will no longer be making arrests for all narcotics offenses, thefts from person, retail theft, theft from auto, burglary, vandalism,
sounds like we're-
bench warrants, stolen autos, economic crimes such as passing bad checks, fraud, and prostitution.
Are you? Oh, that's why.
Wait, so what are they fucking arresting for?
Murder?
Absolutely nothing.
I don't know. I mean,
Murder
I
only.
guess reserving them for things that are strict. I mean, some of those crimes sound pretty like
Insane.
serious. Like to just completely ignore, auto theft. Like, what are we
That-
supposed to do? I'm just supposed to go stand out by my car with a gun and just like protect myself?
Yo, what?
I don't know.
I mean, it sounds like people can just go to stores and start looting.
Right.
I mean,
Get
let's
their toilet
let's
paper.
maybe not. Let's maybe not push.
I mean, it's
that.
kind of scary.
I know, but I'm saying let's
That's
maybe.
the first thing I thought about.
Will there be looting? That'd be pretty crazy. In Philly? I feel like Lil Uzi has been the soundtrack to the end of the world too, which is kind of cool, I guess. I mean, it could have been worse. Meg Thee Stallion, not so much. Blueface and Rich the Kid, definitely not the soundtrack to the
I'm
end of the
listening to
world.
Blueface.
No, because you know what? That makes sense to me because Blueface's music is all about excess and riches and just being great and, living this high life. Same thing with Rich the
fucking
Kid,
hoes.
really. And like now, I don't think people really want to hear a like cool, I'm a millionaire ass song because everybody out here hurting. Economic downturn, grunge is coming back maybe. No?
Looting and grunge.
Looting and grunge. Facts.
I'm gonna make loot music when I go to the
Loot
studio
music
tonight.
instead of scam music, loot
Oh
music.
my
Yeah.
god.
I'm about to go crazy.
I actually like that. That's a pretty good idea. Have you guys actually seen our Snapchat show yet?
I
No,
don't have Snapchat.
We're on episode 4.
I deleted it the day
I
the
deleted
Instagram
it.
story came out.
God damn.
And never looked back.
You're missing out. My story. I got 800,000 subscribers on Snapchat.
subscribers
And I think
snappers.
I think the No Jumper show has something like 50,000.
Can you comment?
No,
So,
you cannot comment.
But they can like snap you back or something. I don't
or
know.
what?
No, it's just like a platform to watch content. You guys aren't capable of imagining like a show being on a
No,
platform.
because why the fuck would you do it on there if you could just watch on YouTube?
Why wouldn't Snapchat want people to watch content on their platform too? We're doing like millions of views every day off this shit.
That's
Alright,
fire.
that sounds dope.
Every day.
Yeah. Oh, well, not every day. We do 2 a week currently.
That's cool though.
But we're
Yeah,
still like
that's really
messing with the
dope.
format. But it's so different than I just
Yeah.
wanted to talk about
Maybe
this.
I'll check it out because it's hard for me to
Check it out.
imagine because when
Look at-
I was looking on Snapchat, it was 15-second
Babe,
videos
a
back
lot
and
a
forth.
lot has changed, babe. Oh yeah, I keep
Ew, don't call
forgetting
me
that.
babe.
I got logged out because I must have posted something
Why'd
bad.
you just call her babe?
That was weird.
I just figured I would go with babe. Jim and Pam vibes.
Who's
no?
that?
No.
Who are
No,
either of
you're
those people?
definitely
The Office,
you're
bro.
definitely
Oh.
Michael. You give me
Yeah.
Michael
Yeah,
vibes.
you're Michael Scott.
Well, you're Stanley.
Well, 'cause
No,
I'm
you're
black.
the cool.
I'm the
you're
cool one that
Daryl.
works downstairs,
You're
right? Yeah,
Daryl.
that is me. Thank you.
Yeah, you're such a Daryl.
I love Daryl.
Who are
Daryl's
you,
awesome.
Meredith?
Please no.
No, you're Angela.
Wait, which one's Angela? The Indian one?
No, the blonde haired, little frigid one who
What's up?
Who's the Indian one?
What's
That's
your name
you.
again?
Kelly
Mindy?
Kapoor.
No, I'm not Kelly. Kelly's just super horny.
Who's the Indian?
If you
Kelly.
Kelly
She's
Kapoor,
funny.
Mindy.
She was funny. She has her own show.
The funniest thing about her is that if you watch the show, she starts out as this super timid, scared Indian girl, and then by the end of it, she's
like
this
horny
as fuck.
insane ditz that is just so fucking funny and just ridiculous on every episode.
Honestly, shout out to The Office, man.
Shout out to The Office.
Great
Are we
show.
doing better with the comments and shit now, or is there still like the we have mods now? Oh my god, I was playing poker on live stream the other day, and it
N-word after
was
N-word.
no, not even that. It was just bots of just people just saying the most random shit ever. It was so
Excuse me?
overwhelming.
Oh.
There were what? Cam girl bots?
Not me.
Not her.
Not
but
call
cam
girl
girl
bots.
esque bots. I've been playing poker on live stream to sort of kill some of the time that's
How's
been
that
left
going?
in this void. It's been going pretty good. I got a couple of sites, but it's like gray area sites like to play in America. So it's like you have to use Bitcoin or whatever to get money onto them, which is a turn off for a lot of people.
How is that for the fans? They just sit there and watch you play poker? And
I
and
mean-
you just like talk shit the whole time?
It's weird because it's like if I'm doing really good in a tournament and it's like, you know, you're getting down to the last 10, 15, 20 people or whatever, then it starts getting pretty exciting. But like if you're just going to sit there and just grind tables of like cash games and not play tournaments, it can be obviously a lot
You
less
still like
interesting.
listening to people's music?
Still doing that
How
too.
does that while you're playing poker and you talk about it?
It's a little tricky.
Yeah,
But
that's
I get it
interesting.
done. I get it done. That's the question is will the live stream donations be impacted
Shit.
by
I feel
I
like
guess
people
we'll
are
find out
just
tonight.
fucked up in the crib, like not doing anything else. Why wouldn't they?
I don't know that I've noticed that YouTube videos have been getting a lot more views. I'm not sure if anybody's necessarily
My Instagram story video has been, my Instagram story has been getting a lot more views.
really.
Yeah.
You think people are just in the crib watching that? I actually,
100%.
I've been reading books a little bit, trying to get more on that. Trying to like,
Yeah, I
I'm
felt
just trying
that.
to use the time productively. I'm trying to work
Same.
out more. It's kind of weird that all the gyms are closed.
Were you
At the
working at
crib.
home?
I mean, that's the one thing that me and Len are kind of lucky about is that we bought a treadmill and a Stairmaster for the apartment. So it's like in the garage
Yeah.
for the house. Sorry.
I make for the apartment.
Yeah, the apartment. I'm like downplaying the house. But, you know, that just right there, it's like we're able to work out in the garage. So at least we got that. But I mean, she's not lifting weights. My trainer that I was going to, who I actually switched up because I was about to start.
You switched up.
Well, I switched up because we're training out here now. So I can't go all the way to Hollywood to train. But, you know, he's not working.
He's not trying to pull up.
He might not be working for months and months. I don't know if he can even just like pull up to people's houses and train them there. Well, I mean that's gonna suck too. You think all the gyms and people's apartments are closed and stuff as well?
I was
seems
actually just thinking about that.
Yeah, it's
That
crazy.
seems a little more unnecessary.
It's weird. I'm actually like interested to read the chat because I want to know how
Yeah,
this
how
is
is it- how is
impacting
it
like
affecting you guys?
our fans' lives. Like I guess
don't
we
have school?
probably read it later, or did you just
Oh,
pull it
reading
up?
sounds
Oh yeah,
good.
pull it up.
Go
I mean,
put it to
if you
the
guys
side.
see anything interesting, feel free to read it.
I'm
because
completely
I'm
blind.
not
I don't
facing
have
it, so I'm gonna
glasses.
just keep talking like a fucking
Like a robot.
like a robot. I mean, it's weird. The schedule is completely cleared for interviews right now.
You had some lined up already, and then you're just like, no.
We had a couple that canceled, but for
They
the most,
canceled or you canceled?
they canceled.
They said the gym apartment is closed.
The-
The apartment, the
It
gym
is.
in my apartment is closed.
I mean, it makes sense because with all the people not working out at all the public gyms, everybody would probably be crowding the apartment gyms, which is going to then defeat the
yeah.
point of what they
Defeat
were
the
trying to
whole
accomplish in the first place.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, there's just so many people. Like, what really sucks when I think about it, though, is that like the people who have a decent amount of money saved up are the ones who are more often than not going to be all right, and the people who are rarely actually living paycheck to paycheck. It's like it feels like it's only a matter of time till we start seeing shitloads of stories on Twitter and social media of people just saying straight up, like, I can't
my
afford
rent,
food.
yeah.
I cannot. Like, I'm starving. Like, this isn't that just going to happen at a certain point for a
It's
lot
so
of
grim.
people?
I mean, hopefully it doesn't get to that point, man.
And but then what happens? Then they go to the soup kitchen. I mean, I'm assuming
Ow.
the soup kitchens might be closed. I'm assuming that
I think
probably
I've seen there's definitely charities and stuff that are trying to help out during this time.
There's got to be some way
I
that
saw,
they can
like,
still
this-
get food to people.
Yeah,
I saw,
especially the kids, that get their breakfast and lunch from school. What are they gonna do?
Yeah.
I saw like
Really
an artist
sad.
relief program or something you could like sign up for, and they like if you're like a creative or something, they like will pay you basically.
I've seen a lot of threads
Mm.
on Twitter that are like, oh, if you're gay and you are having a hard time with money, then maybe like submit your name here, and like some rich queers will give you money.
That's
I'm about
scary.
to
That
sign
sounds
up.
like
I
that.
was gonna say, I was fun. You're
you
a
heard
gay
that?
of
What was
color.
it? That one guy that ended up killing the two people at his house. That dude.
What do you mean?
Okay.
What? You're saying that gays are all murderers?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
What were you saying?
It was a very rich politician. It was out in like Malibu. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, I read this whole article about
Thank
how
you.
that's a whole thing now, is that you have like these rich dudes who sort of like use meth to like enslave like young people. Like they get them on the meth and they keep them super fucked up, and they're like raping them and taking advantage. I mean, it sounds insane.
Whoa, what was that?
Is that Donnie? Is that weed? No. Is that just a whistle? Is somebody blowing a whistle?
I don't know. It sounded like a whistle and a little girl screaming, which was very scary.
Wow, what are they doing out here, man? That's scary as fuck.
I mean, they just put out for LA County, the mayor said bars are shut down.
Right.
Venues are shut down. Restaurants can only do to-go orders.
Yeah, takeout orders.
Takeout orders.
You know what's crazy though? I know bitches that were still at the strip club the night that it was supposed to be in effect. It was like on the effect of the 16th.
But I think now that's not happening anymore. Like they might have. There's
They might have got
certain
away that one
establishments
night.
who got away with doing it up to the last fucking second.
But I'm just like, what type of bitch were you? I mean, like, I guess if you needed money, but like,
Do you think Lena's cam girl business is going to go up
Well,
during this time?
Okay, just for instance, though. Well, I mean, I'm wondering how it's going to affect her, because presumably a lot of the people who pay for OnlyFans are not people who have a ton of money. But I mean,
You think so?
The whole porn industry is shut down. So she was supposed to do content with like a really famous porn girl the other day, and even though it was just going to be her and Lena, the girl hit her up and was like, "Hey, like, I just like, I'm gonna not do it right now because I need to like show solidarity with the industry at a time where nobody's doing content. I just don't want to even like blur the line," which is, I mean, fair enough, but it's also kind of like, oh, these are the ramifications from this that go way beyond things that even really make sense. But I mean, everybody is just
literally
slowing down,
hitting every single person. That's insane.
I mean, like even with us in the rap news cycle, normally there's like a lot of stuff to talk about. The news is super dry because nobody's going out or doing
it's
anything.
just who has coronavirus next.
Exactly. Besides Alexis Sky and Ari G Herbo's baby mom screaming at each other in the club. Do you see that?
oh yeah, that was crazy.
That was unbelievably
Doesn't that seem
hilarious.
Wait. Who was the other
frequently?
girl that wasn't Ari?
Alexis Sky.
Who was that?
You don't know her? She's like super famous
Name sounds familiar.
model, and
Yeah, but why were they beefing?
basically
I did see this video.
Alexis Sky, I believe, said on social media that like Ari and other girls like her have basically like taken her blueprint, because I mean, Alexis Sky, and wow, I'm so not qualified to talk about this, but Alexis Sky is like very early on the wave of being, you know, a hot ass black chick who got a bunch of plastic surgery, got famous as fuck on Instagram, and then started doing the club hostings and just basically, you know,
But then
running
I don't even
that
know
whole
who she
game.
is though. So that's
You don't know who, but that's no offense. It's because you're retarded, because she's insanely famous.
I don't even know who she is.
I mean,
Is she
okay,
related to Justine
you,
Sky?
you don't know. No, she's not. You don't know fucking Black Youngster. If I hit a Lexus Sky, I'm a rock.
okay. Yeah, I do.
You know,
I do
you guys,
remember him
you
saying
don't know who she is either.
Name sounds familiar.
You guys are
but
so out of touch with the culture. It's crazy.
I mean, I'm
I
not.
know. I
I'm
know
not-
this. This is
I'm
such
not
a black thing.
I'm not checking for people
Such
who
a
are
black
doing
thing.
club hosting.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
really don't give a fuck.
Listen, the club hostings is just like the manifestation of her
At
earning.
least Ari
possibilities.
is a baby mama. So like I know her.
Alexis Sky's got babies too. Fuck, goddamn,
who?
you're gonna make me head on over to her Wikipedia page.
By who though?
Who does Alexis Sky have children with?
Oh, they said Fetty Wap baby mama.
Exactly.
But Fetty Wap has like 8 baby mamas
Yeah, exactly.
I know that is
She's
kind of
one of
whack.
8.
That's not that tight. Now you got me wanting to go to Alexis Sky's fucking Wikipedia
Let's
page
go.
just so I can report on her.
Run it
Alexis Sky Wiki.
Yeah, that Carhartt jacket hard as fuck. Thank you guys.
Fake
Appreciate
as
it.
fuck. But why are customs whack when it comes to shoes, but not?
Who said custom shoes are whack?
Custom
I mean,
shoes are cool.
fake
Depends.
Nikes and shit are weird.
Fake Nike Dior's
It's
are
not.
whack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dior Jordan. Dexter got Dior Jordan.
You know what's crazy?
She's best known from Love and Hip Hop, which I have not
Well,
actually seen her on.
Can I
that
see a
show.
picture of her? Because
If we see a picture, she might look.
that would
familiar.
definitely help out a lot.
She is known, 2-year relationship with Fetty Wap. She's been dating Trouble more recently.
Oh, Trouble from Atlanta.
Yes.
Fire.
Mm.
If you could just throw a picture real quick, then I would probably know who she is.
Okay, I will do that now. Okay, images.
If I hit a Lexus Sky, I'm a motherfucking rocket. Do. I've literally never seen this woman a
see.
day in my life.
That's
You
right.
know what news kind of got overlooked?
What?
Fucking
Jay Electronica, my brother.
Chief Keef got arrested.
Oh, in Mexico.
Coming
What
back
did
from
he
the
get
border.
arrested for
At the
out
border.
there?
At the border.
What was he doing?
I've never
probably
seen
had-
this woman in my entire life.
He probably had like
hate you
fucking
guys.
If
guns and
you
lean.
talked about like Black China, I would be I've
Yeah.
heard of her.
Okay, she's like Black China, but like
Before Black
she's
China?
like on. If Black China is on rung 10 of like being like a
Rung-
famous
Like-
person
like-
in that
Okay.
realm,
Is she-
Alexis Sky is somewhere along that. She's like a level 4. If Black China's a 10.
Oh, wait. Okay. If Black China's top 1 tier, where is Alexis Sky?
I don't know. I have to see the rest of the people that we have to put into the tier, and I don't
Amber
feel
Rose?
like
Okay, if we
Them
got
two are the
Amber
top
Rose
dog.
has graduated to
I
a
know,
certain
but-
level of stardom. That
I know, but I'm saying like that's kind of like the mold there.
Alexis Sky's huge though. In a certain
Is her ass huge?
yes.
All right, I'm gonna do some research.
You know she has to have a huge ass. It's like you don't even exist in that world if you don't have a huge ass.
Ari has one of the nicest asses I think I've ever seen on a human being.
Okay,
ever.
so did you see that basically they both got booked for a strip club like hosting thing?
she was like, "Ain't no other."
They had them
host,
on
is it?
two opposing
That's
stages. There's tons of security around, so they can't fight, and they're screaming at each other from opposite ends of the club. One of the weirdest things I've ever seen, especially given that this was a time period in which obviously everybody should have been out of the house due to the coronavirus. And
You
here
mean in the house?
Yeah.
in the house, yes, and instead everybody is here in the strip club while these two beauties scream at each
And
other.
then they cut they cut Alexis Sky's mic and let Ari keep talking. Did you see that?
Did they really?
Yeah, she was like, "You oompa loompa look," and then it like cut off.
It's so funny because I could not imagine. I wonder if there's anything real that they have beef over, or if it's actually as
I saw-
stupid as it sounds.
I saw a lot of comments of being like, "Oh, they both scary because if somebody said something about my kid, it would have been on site." And I was kind of thinking the same thing. Like, I don't even know this other girl, but they,
But what'd she say about her kid?
I don't know.
Also,
but
I
I'm
hate
reading
that.
the
I hate
comments.
the term scary.
Scary.
In my head, I'm
It's
just
confusing.
thinking, they're scary.
But it means
Like they're
But
scared.
it means they're scared.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause
oh,
it's
you
like-
scary. You're not going to come fight me. I'm like,
Yeah,
huh?
you scary ass bitch.
Yeah.
I know. I hate that. Where did
It
that come
really
from?
fucks
Isn't
me.
that
Because y'all niggas are not
Sorry,
in
I'm
the street.
You don't
reading
know
the-
who Alexis Sky is, so don't
I'm
try to
reading
tell
the
me that I'm not
encyclopedia,
cultured enough.
the
But
fucking
I mean,
dictionary.
Fuck her.
no,
I don't give a fuck.
I get it. I've always like been familiar with this slang. I just
I think
think it's
that's
No,
kinda
weird.
100%. But
It's
it
like there's
just-
so
it's-
many
it
words.
still
Why
fucks
why
my
have
head.
to take a word that has a clear meaning and then just use it?
in the
because
wrong
you're
way.
acting like you're scared, but you're just scary. But-
No. If I'm saying, oh my God, your face is so scary, that's what I mean.
Okay, that's facts, but that's in a different context. But if I'm
Yes.
saying like you a scary ass bitch, you ain't gonna pull up because you scary.
No,
Then
I
you're
mean,
scary.
you're acting like I don't know what it means. It just,
That's what I'm
every
saying.
time I hear it, I have to.
I
So-
think the
double
culture
take.
can do better.
They could find a better word, I feel like, than
It's called
scary.
ebonics, guys.
Ebonics is that? I guess
It-
okay. Yeah.
It is
Kinda.
ebonics.
Do you remember Ebonics by Big L? Oh my
No.
God, you are extra
wait,
extra
calm down,
canceled.
calm down.
then.
Wait, shut the fuck up. First of all,
They're saying the zit on my nose is scary. That's
Oh
fucked
my
up.
God, it's
I
like
didn't even notice.
Did you put makeup on it, or are you just letting it rock?
I'm letting it rock.
You
gotta
didn't try
let
to
it rock.
cover it up because you're trying to let it breathe.
I don't want to put too much makeup on it because then it's going to get worse.
Not even for the
Calling me while we're on
podcast.
live.
You couldn't give me an hour. You couldn't give me an hour of makeup. Cover
Excuse
up.
me?
Throw a little cover up on
Fuck
it
you.
for the fans.
Look at
No?
your face, scary ass.
My face is scary, dude. It actually sucks. Like,
You know what's scary?
What?
Coronavirus.
Okay,
let's
but
just talk
okay,
about it the
let's-
whole time.
Let's talk about facts, though.
Doesn't this remind you of when Pokemon Go came out?
Oh my god!
It was just like everybody. It's
Did
all
you
they could
just-
talk about. Everybody's just like walking around playing Pokemon Go, and
Everyone's
now
just
it's like
walking
everybody's just
around.
staying in the house.
Yo,
Imagine if Pokemon Go came out now.
they would have no business.
Pokemon Go, actually, to be totally honest with you, has completely changed the game. They made it so that everybody could get 30 free incense, basically, for like a couple of coins in the store. So they're really like supporting people who have to stay in the house but still want to play Pokemon Go, which is nice. And also, I got a shiny Rhyhorn this morning, which is for anybody who actually plays the game. The game knows that that's scary,
Allegedly,
stupid,
Allegedly,
total waste.
Young Berg pistol whipped his baby mama or
Saw
girlfriend.
that, man. That's again the coronavirus. I
It's got
blame the
people-
coronavirus.
It's got people wilding out.
It got young Berg
No,
wilding the fuck up.
but
Hit
think about
nigga
this.
wilding.
Think about this. Think about this. He had this career way back in the early 2000s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fell the fuck off and then kind of rebranded and like
Totally
Yeah.
came back as a producer.
Came
he's
back,
huge.
Hitmaker.
produced hella hit songs, became a fucking reality TV guy.
I
Gets money.
I actually watched that season.
Gets money,
Gets
gets
money,
bitches, and then eventually gets pistols, and then they
And then
come into
pistol-
contact with each other. How?
'Cause you know-
Eventually, it's got to happen.
Because you know why? It's because like if you're a bitch ass nigga, like just your bitch tendencies will just come. Like no, like nobody bounces back that hard, and just for you to do some bitch ass.
So
nigga
you
shit
think Young
again.
Berg's a bitch? You don't like him?
If he pistol, like bro, I wouldn't even pistol whip a nigga that I hate. Like,
But we don't know if he's guilty.
I'm just saying, like if he
We
is,
might. I didn't actually click the article.
I would shoot a nigga before pistol whipping a man, because it's just so much more. Like I don't know.
I mean,
Yuri's friend got pistol whipped when he got
And Yuri didn't even help because Yuri's a bitch.
Yuri is in many ways
about that.
a
Why do
woman.
people like calling me when they see that I'm on live?
Why
Like,
don't you put your phone on Do Not Disturb
Yeah.
when you come on here? How about that?
I don't even know that. I didn't even know that's a feature that even is on.
You
your
don't
phone.
know that there's Do Not Disturb as an option on your phone. You see that fucking little moon?
I never clicked that ever.
Every
Never
night when
clicked
I go
it?
to bed, I click that.
I'm just playing, bro.
oh, I actually thought you were serious.
I just be trolling you sometimes.
I just be
honestly.
trolling.
Who
it's
said
funny
that?
because you get very
How's about
angry
trolling? About what?
when he
when I
trolls.
troll you.
You don't know.
I don't know. I didn't know who
Yeah.
Alexis Sky was, and I'm not.
Oh, yeah, I didn't- I
fucking,
don't.
I want you to
still
get
don't know.
educated. I want you to literally go masturbate to her Instagram and
I
tell
will.
us how
I
it
will.
was. Have you been fucked up in the crib masturbating? That's a
Oh,
good
bro.
question.
The one time.
The one time you masturbated in the
No,
last
no.
couple of weeks?
No,
with
the one,
coronavirus
the one
active?
time I tried to like go leave the crib and do some nonsense, which I
You just
should have not been
masturbated
doing.
instead?
Yes, I went back home because I was just like, what am I doing right now?
Wait, so you went out and tried to get some pussy? That's a real
not
thing?
tried to.
But
It was
where? Like a
man. I don't even
function?
want to. No. I didn't go to a function. I
Oh, like someone's house.
I'm really burning
A
myself up right
vagina.
now. I hope
Pulled
my,
up to a pussy? No.
I hope my shorty isn't watching this.
You
but
have a
anyway.
shorty again?
Another one. It's the same. It's the same one I've been talking about. She's on the East Coast.
I've just never known someone who consistently claimed to have a significant other, but then acted like they didn't, and then
I haven't been
acted
acting like I have.
surprised when.
I haven't been acting like I have it though. I just been chilling.
That's why we can't really like
I
get
just
mad
let
at
it
Kim for
fly
snitching.
One ear
Yeah,
out.
that's cool.
That's why you can't get mad at Kim for snitching.
No, because that
You
was
snitch on
No,
yourself.
That was a
that's
complete different
situation when
situation.
I'm more close to the
situation.
girl
But that's
than-
like when Rollo got caught up by the feds, and it's like, well, you
How
know,
is that
you
the
were
same?
telling everybody in your music
That's
that
what I'm saying,
you were
yeah.
doing this shit. So
that's
then when you
facts.
get caught up, it's like, yeah, we miss you. Yeah, we wish you were still out here putting out music, but at the end of the day, you're gone.
No, that's facts. That's facts. I was actually I watched the Trap Lord Ross video he put out about the rise and fall of Bobby Shmurda.
I watched that as well, I'd like to say.
And I would just he made some really good points about how like it's basically the same thing, like, you know, free Bobby Shmurda or whatever, but like I didn't really realize how self-incriminating he was at the time too.
Right.
Like you see, like they were like posting like those vlogs and he was like selling dope in
Shut
the
up
vlog.
in the vlog.
Bro, or just like
That's
he was
crazy.
allegedly running in barbershops and doing crazy shit, and like I don't know, I feel like Trap Lord Ross kind of really gave me a different insight to where I was like, wow,
Into your own culture. It took a guy from England
Nah.
to let you know about
No,
Brooklyn.
I didn't know that. Like, you know, like this nigga compiled a lot of evidence that I did not know about, and just really like I was like, damn, he was really snitching on himself out here.
And I mean,
you can't be mad at that, you know.
I mean, I think that is the one conversation that, and I'm glad we're having this conversation instead of the pandemic conversation, but I think that the one thing that people really are hesitant to comment on is the fact that someone like Pop Smoke, you know, Pop Smoke, rest in peace, but Pop Smoke's music was inherently gang-related, violence-related. Almost every goddamn lyric, every
like
song for
dissing the
sure
other-
is saying, basically, fuck you
the
to the
other.
other side. You're not going to do anything to me, and I will pull up and shoot you. And at a certain point, it's like, you know, we can't just act like putting that kind of content out into the world doesn't necessarily come with any sort of repercussions one way or another, because you saw how it went down with Bobby Shmurda. I still, to this day, am looking at Pop Smoke's career like, how long was it going to take for the cops to get him? You know?
Yeah, no,
I
that's
think they're
facts.
already fucking
They
looking.
were probably.
I bet
already-
that if we could fucking crack open all their cases and stuff, hell
probably were
yeah, they
already
must have
tapped in.
had fucking they probably had a whole team trying to figure out how to put Pop Smoke under the jail
Somebody
the same
said
way that
Adam talking crazy.
Adam always talking crazy. What kind of shirt is that?
Supreme.
Supreme.
You can't read, nigga.
That's actually a Supreme shirt. But
What
Nigga,
are
what?
the humans?
they actually collabed with these monks? Because I remember when the shirt
It's
came
not a
out.
collab. This nigga's looking at my tag
It
like
says
it's not a
Gildan.
real
It is a
Supreme.
Supreme tag.
What the fuck?
But you don't
What type
remember
of
when
nigga-
this album
Do you see
came
this
out?
Palm Angel? Like, do you don't ever disrespect my drip, bro?
You see this Palm Angels.
I don't see
Where
it.
did that brand come from?
LA somewhere.
From
No
Angels.
one knows. I don't know.
It's from LA.
What, but you don't remember the album that came out with those monks on the cover of it, and
No.
that's blatantly what this is based on?
What album?
There was some monks, and they put out an album.
It was a Monk album.
I
Really?
swear to God, this is a real thing. Does anyone else remember this?
Well,
Yes,
did this come out
Josh
fucking
knows
like
about it. Josh is-
1998 or something?
This was a long
like,
time
What
ago.
genre?
Yeah, I was probably like 5
It's
years
like
old, bro.
chanting music.
Oh.
That's probably the whole purpose of this. Then, yeah, like you said.
Viral Monk album. I swear to God.
Adam,
Viral Monk
See?
album. I swear to God.
I was probably like 5 years old.
I hate
have
that
no
I do
idea.
my own. Look, I'm just gonna search Monk album. I'm telling you, man.
I know, I
this,
believe
this
you.
album was huge.
I feel like that album is what like the Hamburger Helper album was for us.
God, the Hamburger Helper.
Remember the
That was like a
Hamburger
couple
Helper
years
one?
ago.
Wait, this was a couple years ago?
Monk
No.
album 90s. Why am I having a hard time with this? Fuck. Oh yeah, Chant.
There we go.
A compilation album by the Bendocene monks of Santo Domingo de Silos.
Whoa.
Chant is a compilation album of Gregorian chant.
Oh, that's exactly
performed-
what the graphic
wanna
is
see.
right there.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And that's what's weird about it.
It's not a collab. They just ripped it off.
I think it
feel
might
like
have been a
that's
It's not a
Collab.
collab. It's not a collab.
You
for
don't
sure.
think? Look at
They had to pay them for the artwork.
Monk
did.
Supreme shirt. It has to be a collab.
It's not an official collab.
I don't
think they just
understand how
ripped the
Supreme
artwork
would have
off.
just fucking done
I don't
that.
think. I think they're too big of a company to just steal an image from the
I
fucking
don't think you
internet.
guys
I
understand
don't even seem
how this shit works.
I think the shirts might be fake because I can't
Are you
find any
stupid?
examples of it on
Gildan.
social media.
You're stupid
Gildan.
as fuck.
Oh wait, this came out in 2019.
Yeah.
I just want to know if it's an official collab. I have
It's
to
not
know.
a collab, bro. I know Supreme. It's just like a Supreme shirt. They just took the graphic and changed it a little
just
bit
for-
and put Supreme on it.
In
I love
19
how Adam's bum ass is trying to call me out like I'm wearing a fake Supreme shirt.
In
You don't know
1994,
anything about this.
In 1994, the Monks had a massive out of nowhere hit with their debut, simply titled "Chant," a double disc collection that collected recordings made at their monastery in remote Spain. The CD sold more than 3 million copies
Wow.
worldwide, and its cover, a surrealistic image depicting monks floating in Simpsons blue sky, has become iconic among housewives, college kids, ravers, slackers, yuppies, hippies, alt rockers,
all those
and new
things.
agers.
Wait,
I'm
literally
all those
everybody.
things. Yeah, I'm all those things.
They did collab with them, for the record.
So I'm saying like
It is an official collab.
Well, let me see this.
Really? It said so?
I mean,
not.
that's what I was getting.
It didn't say Supreme X Monk.
We could do
Like,
some more. I think
Supreme X Monk collab.
Supreme X Bendocino Choir, whatever the fuck
San
it's called.
Domingo Monk collab.
Listen, I'm gonna get in my car and I'm gonna fucking listen to
They
that
said
album.
they said Adam wears Fashion Nova.
Oh yeah, he does wear Fashion Nova.
Adam does wear Fashion Nova because Fashion Nova actually has great prices. It comes super fast. Even if you have the coronavirus, they will still deliver to you. Actually, we would appreciate it if you don't actually go out and cough in the face of the delivery guy, even though the delivery guy presumably is not associated with Fashion Nova. But Fashion Nova is just like, it's really been helping me
You're
get
wearing
through this
Fashion
flu
Nova
season.
jeans right now, right?
I am right
you
now.
want to show the people?
I'm sure.
Pull your ass up.
Looks good, right?
It's good for little swivel movements.
You know, a little swivel. Anyway, Fashion Nova, yeah, is just, you know, they're great. Thank you
Wait,
so much
didn't
for
something
supporting
happen
No
with
Jumper.
them?
Yes, Fashion Nova is actually suing 6ix9ine.
No way.
Because 6ix9ine, apparently they signed a deal with him and they gave him like $250,000
I remember this. He was posting them a lot.
for Instagram posts and for what was it? Instagram posts and like mentions in his lyrics or some shit. And now they don't want anything to do with them. Like they're not saying like, oh, keep the money and then you can do the post when you get out of jail. Fashion Nova actually believes that the snitching
Not
that 6ix9ine perpetrated is actually detrimental to their brand. They're an anti-snitch brand. We're not sure exactly how Fashion Nova feels about the coronavirus. Presumably anti, but
hella funny.
yeah, they're anti-snitching. They don't like 6ix9ine anymore. Apparently,
I'm
but
team
don't you
6
get paid per post? Or do you think he just got paid all of it?
I think that when you're 6ix9ine, you can probably
You
negotiate
probably
something
negotiate. Give me all the money fucking now.
a little on top of the average OnlyFans Fashion Nova post. But yeah, I mean that's something.
I said
remember
House Phone
what
got
lyrics.
purple lipstick on tonight.
You
Yeah.
have purple lipstick on?
I don't think so.
That's kind of fucked up. That's racist.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
kind of
fucked
racist.
up.
Yeah.
Purple
Okay.
pickle.
They keep calling
Purple
everything COVID
Purple
22.
It's kind of scary because you know, like my
Cam girl
girlfriend,
can't
she's just
wear
in the
Fashion
crib.
Nova.
Like she's just like
Fucked up in the
she's
crib.
she's a little bit more scared than me,
Who?
Lena. She's just kind of like in the crib a little bit more.
I'm
so
not.
she
okay,
feels a
this
little
is the
weird
thing.
about it.
I want to talk about it. I'm not that scared because it's not fucking. If you're not
not
over,
the black
if you're not
tag.
over 60 years old or have like previous respiratory illnesses, you're gonna be fine.
But so you want the
death rate-
elderly to die?
No, I'm saying me personally. Me
Right.
as a human
Like, I'm
being,
not
me.
necessarily scared of the virus. I'm just scared more of people freaking out and just doing weird shit, which they are doing.
Yeah.
And I'm scared of this new world order they're about to try to push on us.
I mean, I am
This
scared.
digital age.
I'm scared about a large percentage of the population dying. I think that would be, for the most part, pretty bad.
Yeah, definitely really
And
bad.
then I also feel like the economic destruction that presumably is going to be associated with this, all the people that I'm predicting like mass starvation and shit if the government doesn't intervene.
I'm not thinking.
I think they have
that
enough food.
Economic
grim,
ruin.
but-
It's going to happen. People are going to be starving to death. There's going to be so many unintended consequences of this. It's going to change everything. And it feels so weird that we're actually really talking about this, because there's a lot of people that have been warning us about the fact that this was going to happen. I wonder how blind we're going to be able to be towards it going forward. Like, will people really be able to continue to operate their businesses and stuff in such a way that they're
The way that you're
not worried
talking
about
makes
this?
me feel like I should go home and like go scavenge for food. It's like, what the fuck are we doing sitting here with microphones?
Yeah.
If we're gonna go through mass starvation.
I don't know when or how long it would take for us to actually get to the point that
That
people
sounds
started
insane.
really running out of food. Because for me, it's like I'm still ordering fucking Bossa Nova, and that's, it feels pretty decadent. It feels like I'm not really, recoiling into a ball and just eating ham sandwiches. Although maybe I should be.
I don't know. I wasn't thinking that.
You weren't thinking it
grimly.
was going to be this bad.
No.
It's
Yeah.
pretty bad, Kim.
I mean, I know it's bad. I'm
I
just
know
like,
it's bad, but I
Kids
don't
being
think
out of
it's
school
like,
for months is. I mean, was there ever any time in your
Never.
life in which you had
Definitely not.
ever predicted,
Never.
like, if I had told you a couple months ago that there would come a time in the next year where kids would be pulled out of school for 3+ months, you would have laughed at me. You'd be like, that's not going to happen, Adam. There's nothing in our society possible that would make it so that kids would have to be pulled out of school for 3 months, or that people wouldn't be able to go into work
Restaurants.
for months. And,
or have fucking curfew bans and bans at home.
and this is the thing, is that the government can like reduce interest rates and stuff like that. They can do things that'll make it so that you'll be more confident about going out and buying an iPad. But the problem is that on the supply side, there's just not going to be iPads for people to buy because everything's shut down in China as well. So like all these things that are normally being produced at a steady rate are just not going to be being produced the same way. And it could like maybe we could actually be entering an era of significant scarcity in the sense that we've all been used to just kind of having too much shit.
Yeah, and everything
it's-
available at any time.
it's maybe a good thing, man.
No, I think all the dead people probably make it a net bad thing, but it could definitely make us.
No, I meant
It's a wake up call
Yeah,
to
that's what
start
I mean.
living our lives differently. Probably.
that's what I meant. I didn't mean it that like people dying was a good thing. I meant like it'll like wake us up and how to change, and like honestly, this is a good break that I feel like everyone kind of needs, bro. Like everyone's
Right.
been going to the same fucking Coachella and fucking
And
South by Southwest every
Yeah.
year,
And taking it
and
for
partying
granted.
and
It's
drugs
making you
and, like,
realize how kind of stupid that shit is when it's like compared to
like real life shit. Yeah,
There's
like,
so much shit that we were taking for granted. I remember a couple of months ago, not even a couple months ago, it might have
Couple
been
weeks ago.
a month ago. I was having the conversation with Lena where I was like, think about this. In China, there's an area as big as Chicago and the surrounding area. I think I said this on the podcast the other day. An area that big that was on lockdown during like what was essentially like the holiday season. I was like, think about how insane that is. An area that big with that big of a population having to just stay in the house. They can't get on flights to go to other cities and stuff. That's the whole world right now.
yeah.
And I was acting like it was crazy to imagine an area on the other side of the world that was under those regulations at that time. And now that's everywhere. That quickly. What the fuck?
It's fucking St. Patrick's Day. No bars are open.
It's St. Patrick's Day and nobody cares.
Nobody's drinking
Nobody
green
gives a
beer.
fuck. I literally
Nobody's
forgot.
drinking green beer, bro.
You're drinking green.
or the what is it, Shamrock Shakes.
Shamrock shakes.
we were
Are those
just at
still
McDonald's.
out?
We should have went and got one.
They didn't even have it like displayed.
When you go
I
to
mean, who
McDonald's,
really
you
gives
can't
a-
sit down in there, I'm assuming?
Who really gives a fuck about St. Patrick's Day, really?
You guys
We
did
never
drive through?
What's
we
the
did
meat-
drive through? I'm pretty sure you can't sit.
Because when I go into, you can't even put your own sugar in the coffee cup at Starbucks.
Well, why would I want somebody else
Yeah.
to put sugar in it for me?
Because that's what they do, is that they have the sugar out, so you have to do it yourself. And then now that when you
They
order,
don't have just packets.
normally my whole thing has always been hot coffee with almond milk. Then I take it and I put the fucking half a pack of Equal in it by myself.
Somebody said everyone's too worried about coronavirus. I almost feel the same way too.
everybody's too worried. I think that the mass deaths is probably like the main reason that don't think people are being too worried. And the fact that all these people that we're talking about are still going out and like blatantly putting a shitload of other people at risk. I don't think that we could possibly be too worried about it at this point.
This is the thing that has been really pissing me off, for real. So like this past weekend, like I think Sunday, I woke up to a bunch of missed calls from like these girls that I know. They're like out like at this brunch fucking like restaurant club thing, and they're all like, you know that remember that song Swag Surf? Like, man, I got that swag. They're all swag surfing in this club, touching each other.
They deserve to die.
Bro, I was like, every one of you guys are fucking retarded. And they're like, I was just like watching people's stories, and they're like all like drunk and all hanging out and all partying and shit. And like, I was like, yo, you guys are actually fucking idiots.
At least have the decency to get drunk with like 5 or 6 people in your own home.
That's cool. But like, it was like at least 150 people in a fucking club in K-Town. And they're swag surfing and dancing on tables and shit. I'm like, you guys are fucking retarded.
What race do you think deserves the most blame for all this?
Well, black people can't get it, so.
I'm just kidding. Think about the fact that Waka Flocka said that on a show like a week ago, and then now like a whole bunch of NBA players have it. The CEO of Universal Music has it.
Oh my God.
That means you probably have
Lucian
it.
Grange. He's a 60-year-old man, which granted, yes, he's old, but he has it. He's like probably one of the most powerful men in the music industry. And the thing,
Idris Elba got it.
Idris Elba is another insane one that as soon as you...
The scary part is, how do you even get tested? Because a lot of people are being turned away because their symptoms aren't severe enough. And, you know, in Korea, they're making, like, drive-through fucking testing. And, like, you know, they're able to test, like, so many people. But here, a lot of people are being turned away. It's crazy.
I feel like the number one symptom is if you wear ankle socks, which is Adam is wearing right now. So I feel like you must have
Or
it.
wear no socks.
I wear these socks every day of my life. What kind of socks am I supposed to have? Tall ass
ones.
socks?
Yeah.
I got big calves, bro. I can't fit these calves in socks.
No jumper socks.
Oh, those are cool. Yeah, nojumper.com.
Wonder
Just
where
like
you
this
got
shirt. Yeah, but no, I like these little tiny socks. The no jumper sock. I have actually not tried the no jumper socks. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Someone-
I can't
Someone
imagine
in
wearing ankle socks and biking. I feel like you're fucking
Yeah, that sounds
ankle.
No, it
terrible.
looks cool. Helps protect your calves.
Someone said North Korea, they kill everyone infected.
Not everyone, but I did see that they were killing people. That was
Whoa.
crazy.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
maybe I don't want to get tested. I don't want to get killed.
Well, you're not in North Korea
The only thing that could make
How
this
do you know
better.
that?
because you're sitting here in LA with me.
How do you know we're in LA?
Oh my God.
It could all be a social construct.
The worst person on
brother.
earth. My brother, how do you know
My
that we're
sister.
here? Listen, you didn't listen to the Jay Electronic album. I listened to it.
Listen to me.
I didn't listen.
I don't care how bored I get during this quarantine season. I would not listen to that.
What are your assumptions about Jay Electronica and what his album would be like? And I can tell you based on me listening to it 1.5 times if I agree with those assumptions.
I did hear that it sounded like it was recorded in a fishbowl. Is that correct?
The recording quality is definitely a little different.
Hasn't he been working on this for 10 years or something like that?
Okay, let me take you back in time. The year is 2009. All of a sudden in New York, there's a rapper on the radio doing these just insane songs, Exhibit A, B, C, whatever. He has a couple of songs that are just absolutely insane bangers, like hip hop classics. If we play Exhibit C right now, even if you've never heard it before, you'll be like, oh, okay, that is a great rap song. It was huge at the time.
Who he is.
And
We
at
know
that
who he
time, in 2009, everybody is just kind of like
Waiting for him.
waiting. When is he going to put this album out? Everybody thought that he was going to sign to Puff. Puff, I don't know if you remember that this is where this meme came from, but like Puff, I think, tweeted, I'm holding back real tears when Jay Electronica went and signed with Jay-Z because it hurt him so bad because he thought Jay was going to sign to him. Then Jay Electronica has continued to put out a handful of songs, a handful of verses here and there, but for the most part,
Never put the
he's
album
been ghost since 2009. So it's been almost 12 years, and then finally they just randomly dropped this fucking album. And I guess as soon as I heard Joe Budden's criticism of it, I sort of agreed with it a lot. Why would you wait all this time and then put out an album with Jay-Z on a huge number of the tracks? How are you supposed to
Leverage it, right.
Yeah, putting Jay-Z all over your introductory album as Jay Electronica is a weird decision because
album.
how are you supposed to stand out when you have the greatest rapper of all time rapping next to you? Now, granted, it's going to make a lot more people pay attention because he's on it.
Yeah.
It feels like a weird decision to me. And also the album, it feels very spur of the moment. It feels very like they probably just put it together in a relatively short period of time, which is also kind of weird.
When Jay-Z tweeted it, he was like, the album's coming out.
There's so many songs that people like had heard little like snippets of and stuff over the years that they really wanted to hear, and this album doesn't really feel like that. It feels more like, oh, him and Jay just like went and made this tape for a couple days or whatever.
They need the deluxe.
They need the EA.
Do Uzi, the EA deluxe.
Wouldn't be surprised if that's the whole big idea. But yeah, there's a lot of Muslim stuff, 5%er stuff, whatever the fuck, the religious stuff that I just don't really. It's just never going to do anything for me on a personal level. You know, it's just not really what I'm in it for.
Okay, look, I'm gonna give you an example.
My brother.
So I've been seeing a lot of reports about Lil Wayne and Joel Santana dropping their "I Can't Feel My Face" fucking mixtape, and it's just like the same thing. It's just like, bro, that was so long ago from like the thought of that even being tight in my mind. Is just like,
oh my God,
I would not, if that dropped right now, I would not care. And that's not even disrespect to Lil Wayne, disrespect to nobody. It's just like my brain has just moved past that, dude.
No disrespect to them at all, but I was excited for that in 2008. I am not excited for that at all.
And it's like, because it's like okay, it's only gonna be one or two things. It's either gonna be rushed and they just put this together in like a month, or it's gonna just be some old ass shit that is just completely just doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Lil Wayne verse from like fucking 2 years ago is going to sound kind of dated in comparison to what he's going to do right now, and that's not even somebody that we're hearing like new music from constantly. Like
he dropped that Funeral album. I don't think I listened to that either.
That's what's weird when people are like, "Oh, that secret Wu-Tang album" or whatever. It's like a 5-year-old Wu-Tang album is not going to fucking sell if it comes out. There's just not a market for people wanting to listen to like B-sides of like the old Wu-Tang stuff. It's just not
the Martin Shkreli.
Yeah. It's like
once upon a time in Shaolin. And
I just don't see it.
Did you watch the Trap Lord Ross video about that too?
About the Wu-Tang album? No, I did not.
You should go watch it because
damn, you be watching all his videos.
Yeah, bro, what?
He's fucked up in the crib watching Trap Lord Ross.
I'm fucked up in the crib watching Philip Solo TV. I'm fucked up in the crib.
Solo TV.
I'm fucked up in the crib watching Trap Lord Ross. I'm fucked up in the crib watching all my favorite YouTubers right now.
An article actually came out today about the live streaming and playing songs for money thing that we are all a part of, that I would assume that I invented.
They shitted on it, basically?
Not really shitting on it, just talking about it. It's like they talked about the Cuff Boys and Patrick CC and everybody else who's done it. And one thing that they said about you guys is like, notably, Cam Girl and House Phone are people of color in this, like everybody else is.
Wait, what article?
It's an article. I put it on my Twitter. It's about the live streaming music thing.
Who wrote this article?
Yeah, what platform?
Journalists. I talked to him on the phone at one point.
Okay, wait, explain.
Was it like Fader or somebody? I don't know who wrote it.
Only people of color doing this?
He at one point in the article points out that notably House Phone and Cam Girl are the only people of color who.
So you should donate to us.
I mean, that's exactly what he was saying, hopefully.
But if you guys get more donations because of me, then I think that you should also not get reparations when that eventually happens. You can't just take your reparations now through the live stream and then expect to also get them later, right?
No. I need all
everything.
forms. Yeah.
Reparations in all forms.
100%.
If you buy a bag of Coke, you need like 2/3 of it versus the other person.
I mean,
you think that's fair? 66%?
No, that's fair.
No, he does that regardless of any reparations.
What?
If I ever get back in the drug game, you have permission to like line up 10 lines and like your 5 are like way bigger than mine.
If I ever get
you're
back,
also much more experienced. So
if I was thinking about like going back to selling drugs like recently, and I was like, I don't really need to.
Well, they're literally not going to arrest you for it right now. So right now is definitely the time to go for it.
I was like about to drive somewhere earlier, and my mom was like, "You don't have your license," and I was like, "Dude, they don't give a fuck right now."
I mean, I can say as a person who thought that all of the schools were going to be empty. So we went to a couple of different schools today that we thought we were going to be able to get clips on and like ride the amazing schools that are right now empty.
Yeah.
No, not my experience at all. There were cops at all of them.
Oh, this is what I was going to tell you. So
they're not protecting people who might be getting their car stolen, but they're protecting the empty schools.
The cops are there just to make sure that nobody's going to go and like hang out there. I think that they just want to make sure that there's not like 15 people showing up to play basketball, like hopping the fence to like or mess around and skate and like all these
like hoodlums riding their bikes. Yeah, they.
I mean, hey, fair enough.
Look. Okay, so
right after we got kicked out of this first school, I saw like 12 skateboarders get kicked out of the same exact school. So they were all thinking the exact same thing as me.
Yeah.
Look, so it's like 5 a.m. on it's like 4 a.m. on Sunday night. I'm like on the way somewhere, and I see There's a cop car next to us. I'm in the Uber, right? Cop car next to us. There's a hooker on the left side of the street walking the blade. There's another hooker on the other side of the street walking the blade.
Walking the blade?
Like walking down Normandy, like in like mesh.
I thought the blade is Santa Monica, no?
No, there's different blades.
But they know that shit's going down.
I've never seen a cop pull
I've seen
over.
bitches damn near naked over there.
That's what I'm saying. It was crazy. But at like 4 a.m, and then also there was we're waiting at the red light, and the light's about to turn, and before it even gets anywhere near turning, this guy on the other side of the street just bolts through the fucking light. After waiting there for a couple minutes, then he just bolts through, and this cop is just like letting all this go on. I'm just like, why does he?
That was occurring to me today. I'm driving down the street. It's probably like a 40 mile per hour. I'm going like 70. I'm just like, who cares? They're not gonna pull me over. But then I got kicked out of trying to ride the school.
That's what I'm saying. Like that.
No, like maybe they are gonna take it serious. You know.
Nothing makes sense right now, bro.
Yeah. I'm trying to
I have to take a
wrap
shit
my brain
really
around.
bad.
I
I
have
think
to
I-
pee so bad. Let me go pee first.
You have to pee.
I think
Really
I got
bad.
like E. coli from.
Why are you acting like
You
I'm...
go pee, then I'll talk to house phone, and then
I just want to go before he shits.
you go,
BRB.
and then he could
Go
take a
fast.
shit, and I'll talk to you,
There we go.
and then I will pee, and you guys can talk to each other.
There we go.
And then we only need one camera angle. Yuri doesn't even have to have his hand on the keyboard.
I guess I'm glad that I said that because I really have to shit really bad, and I hope she.
I'm gonna be honest. I have to pee too, but I feel like probably not as bad as you guys have to piss and shit. And also, after you take a shit, I'm not gonna want to fucking piss
Well, look, this
because
is
it's gonna smell like a
Donnie!
dead body. Donnie
and
what's
his
happening?
homie and his homie.
Donnie, I need another 2 of them things.
Oh, for sure, my man's. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna tap in. Wait, look.
What are you tapping in on?
Don't worry about it. So, yeah, man. So,
You saw ayahuasca?
look, no. So I've been ordering a lot of fucking, takeout, Uber Eats type situations. And
Same.
I'm pretty sure Chipotle gave me the stomach flu. I don't know if it's coronavirus or if it's just a regular stomach thing, but
Really?
I've been shitting like crazy, bro.
Really?
Like my stomach has been fucked up, bro.
Wow, that's crazy. I would like to observe that. You have any photos
Josh,
of the diarrhea or
no,
anything?
I'll take a picture of it right now. But Josh always tries to like whisper stuff to us while we're talking. I'm like, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Josh is basically whispering at all times. Just a very low voice. So in particular, people who talk to us when we're on the podcast.
Is he wearing an NRA sweater right now?
ARC, American Refrigerator Company. Where would you ever get a sweatshirt like that?
American Rifle Company.
Where did you get that?
Yeah. He's like, oh. No, you guys are
Back in New
noticing me?
Hampshire? Damn, I have
Did you get a thrift store or you actually got it from the refrigeration?
a Chris's Auto Body sweatshirt t-shirt that my dad got me from a random place where he got his car worked on, and I'm pretty into that. That's probably like my most random shirt.
I remember when I was growing up, those kind of shirts were really popular. Like just random, like, Cherry's Diner from Limited 2.
That was a thing for a while
was a
where it was a
thing.
lot cooler to wear a vintage shirt of some random shit than it was. And even like when we started really going to SoundCloud shows in like 2014, 2015, it was like you'd see a lot more like you'd see like a vintage streetwear shirt or like a vintage band shirt way more than you would see like modern shirts.
People still like vintage. I'm
Yeah.
selling shit on Depop. Everyone follow me on Depop
see
at Cam
round-
Girls Shop.
Round 2, all locations are closed for a few months. At least a month, I believe.
That's insane.
Right?
So like, what's open? Just grocery stores and restaurants to go?
Banks.
Pharmacies?
What's the next few months going to be like? Obviously, right now, we're still kind of in the glow of like, oh, this is a new thing. We're staying home. We
I
don't
like
have
that
as
you
much to
refer
do.
to it as a glow.
There's a glow. Well, it's a little bit of glow because at least this is new.
Me talking to you about this, it doesn't feel real that we're living in this time right now that it's going on.
Right.
It's insane.
It just doesn't feel right. Can we get a shh, 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 shh. Donnie? Shh, shh, shh.
Donnie.
Donnie. But I mean, yeah, it's hard to wrap your head around. But I'm more interested to see what it's going to be like in, because presumably at the bare minimum, we could probably assume that it's going to be like this for like 3-4 weeks. That seems like way on the small end.
Do you think that it's going to get so bad that we're going to have to be curfewed into our own homes and not be allowed to leave like San Francisco?
I think that they're probably they probably are going to go out of their way to do that in areas that are specifically being infected. But the thing is that as more people get tested, we're just going to have way more knowledge of what potentially like how big this is, because presumably there's a shitload of people that already have it. What's crazy is to see all these rich people getting tested super early,
That's what I'm trying to say.
and obviously like regular people, that's just not an option.
I just know that I felt sick last week, but I knew I didn't have it because you can't breathe if you have coronavirus.
That's the main thing.
Because it's a respiratory infection. So if you feel like shortness of breath and like you walk up the stairs and you're like, oh, I can't breathe.
We're still kind of waiting for the first rapper to get it. Drake.
I hope not.
If it goes
Love
straight to
Drake.
the top,
Oh my God.
that's going to be insane.
Scary.
I mean,
I can see it. No, I'm not going to say who I could.
what? Who?
Little House Phone, I'll just say that.
You think House Phone?
He, out of the three of us, has the most chance, I feel like, to get it. He touches the most different people.
He eats the most random ass. He's apparently letting father spit in his mouth. He's doing all kinds of gross stuff. So I could definitely see him, yeah. I mean, it is such a weird time period for me, too, because, you know, we basically, like, make most of our content off of talking to people about things that realistically are pretty frivolous. Like, either we're talking about news that is fairly frivolous, or
Yeah.
I'm sitting down to talk to a rapper about a bunch of random shit that really, at the end of the day, not that big of a deal. And now we're just in a time period where it's not just that there's not that much stuff in the news, it's that people don't even seem like they really want to talk about most other stuff because it just feels wrong in a way to really be too concerned. Like the things that people are normally angry or concerned about, it's kind of like right now there's only one thing to be angry or concerned about, right?
Apparently, 21 Savage thinks he has it, says the chat.
I don't know if he really thinks he has it.
I haven't seen any confirmed reports on that.
I hope he gives it to Amber Rose. I hope they reconcile so he can give it to her. No? I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, dude, I'm trying to think of like topics to talk about, but
It's pretty skimp. Yuri, can you bring up the list again? So yeah, 6ix9ine Fashion Nova we talked about. Jadakiss interview. Yeah, we did the Jadakiss interview, and I'm sure you guys haven't got a chance to watch it, but damn.
What did you want to
That
talk
was exhilarating.
about it?
I don't know. I just wanted to bring it up and just mention the fact that we did it. Everything on this list is about coronavirus, though. The Cardi
Yeah.
B viral remix. Florida still celebrating spring break despite the social distancing recommendations. Waka Flocka, which both Waka and Flocka are spelled wrong, says minorities can't get the virus. Idris Elba gets the virus. Drake was seen with KD 6 days prior. KD gets the virus. Obviously, I'm reading from the bottom up. I wonder how this content's going to age. I remember I was doing an interview during the middle of the Pokemon Go explosion.
Yeah. And you kept
And
talking about it?
yeah, we were talking about it, and the dude we were interviewing just said, I'm just gonna be honest with you, I don't really want to talk about Pokemon Go anymore because I think that like pretty soon nobody's gonna care about Pokemon Go, and I just
I
don't
think
want.
people are going to care about the coronavirus.
Yeah, definitely. But it's gonna seem like all this content from this time period of us trying to guess what's gonna happen or talking about how crazy it is right now, it's gonna age very badly because like, okay, the episodes of the Daily or the episodes of the Sam Harris podcast, which are like two podcasts I listen to a lot.
Yeah.
The stuff from a week or two ago it's useless. It might as well just not even exist because it was so ignorant of and these are people who are like really going out of their way to become as educated as possible at the topic, but
Yeah.
it's so ignorant to the reality of the situation even a couple weeks ago that it's like you almost want to erase that stuff from history.
I was supposed to go to Mexico this weekend, but I didn't.
I got a bunch of really nice bikinis because I was going to Tulum. And,
Bikinis?
No, I'm just kidding. I had so many cool things. The fucking the.
I'm just mad because it
the
was my
South by
last
Southwest
chance
show
to go.
to Mexico.
The Shoreline Mafia, the fucking spring break shit. They closed it.
The show got canceled, huh?
No, the show went on.
But
We're
you didn't
so
get to go.
fucking mad because
Oh my God,
let's
wait.
talk about it. Papa's
Wait.
and beer. We're supposed to go. Shoreline Mafia's playing.
Papa's
We
and
were all
fucking
supposed to
beer.
go. We were planning out. I fucking booked the Airbnb and I had to cancel it. And you know,
Because of travel shit?
This guy's telling me like, oh, I have friends that work at the Pentagon and they're saying they're gonna close the border.
I didn't say that. I sent
Okay,
you a
you said some- you
screenshot
said
of
something
somebody
about
else.
that.
But so that show did happen.
That show happened. It looked fucking lit. There was
looked lit
a
as
ton of
fuck.
people, which was kind of scary. But you know, there ain't nothing major and fucking fireworks everywhere.
Right.
The day after, they said, okay, well, we can't do these shows anymore, so spring break canceled until summer.
Yeah, they had about like what 5 other weeks of shows planned out, And the Shoreline one was the only one that didn't get canceled.
Well, Chief Keef and Shoreline.
Have you seen the fact?
Oh, and
that
Chief Keef didn't even make it because he got arrested.
No. Chief Keef did his show and then going back to America, he got arrested.
Everybody is getting fooled. So many big stars have gotten fooled by that meme of the Italian people out on their balconies singing along and making
People
music.
are really getting
You
fooled
need to
by
make
that?
the
Yes.
Tokyo Goons one.
Bro, Lil Pump got fooled by it. I don't know if he was trolling or not, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's so obvious that it's just audio of their live shows put over there.
The
But then-
Weeknd apparently got fooled by
I
that.
saw
That's
TK
hilarious.
got fooled today. This was like a week ago that this shit was going on. TK got fooled today.
Because it was the Shoreline one?
Yeah, they put a clip of Shoreline fucking.
There's no way that people really believe that.
Yes,
It's the
TK
exact
believes it
same
today.
video.
No, I know. It's insane. Because why would a bunch of people standing out on their balconies singing
singing-
it? Why would it sound like a live performance of the song?
People are so fucking...
I forgot.
That's
I think
amazing.
the Finado one sounded real.
Finado. It's
Finito.
Finado.
Now you're
What does
racist.
finito even mean?
It means like
Finish?
you're dead, gone. Finito.
Finito,
But,
right?
but they're
Finito.
spelling it wrong.
But
no, it's not.
But
Finado.
Where did that come from? Like, why did he end up calling it finito? Like, but it's
Because
just something
finito
people
would
say,
be
right?
F-I-N.
I never even heard of this that saying before.
I
Like
want to
finished.
stay in the club or in the house and just watch Netflix until the shit goes away.
That's
I wanna
what I've been
catch
doing.
up on a lot of good shows.
I'm
and
loving
stuff.
I'm
the
about to-
Netflix vibes right now.
I'm about to rewatch Breaking Bad, my favorite show of all
I
time.
hate that show.
I was thinking
What?
about rewatching
Not feeling it.
Sopranos. You
Oh,
hate
wait.
Breaking Bad?
Wait,
you listen
Not
to
into it.
BTS and shit?
Wait, is Sopranos on Netflix though?
HBO.
Yeah, slide that. Hey, anybody got the HBO
Yeah,
login?
send me the HBO login.
Because I really want to watch Sopranos. I always thought it was.
Send it to Housephone's DM.
No, I'm liking all the fucking Spanish shows.
Like what?
Like Money Heist.
Put my carne in
Police.
asada.
Great song. My horchata.
You know, okay, this is part of why I think that this is a kind of a relief to some people is because of the fact that normally you have a lot of FOMO. You're seeing people in Spain.
I feel no FOMO.
You see people in Spain, or people are in Vegas for
Yep.
the weekend. People are at the fight. People are at this concert. Like, you know, and you just always kind of feel like, like maybe I'm not doing enough. Maybe I should have been in Vegas for the fight. Maybe I should have gone to
Nope.
fucking Ecuador for the weekend. You see these
It's a-
people on the beach. You're like, maybe I should have
Nope.
gone to the beach. Nope. It's raining, and there's a virus that will kill you if you
deadly
leave the
virus.
house. So it's kind of different. Like you
Yeah,
look
I'm
at everybody's.
The best time to lay low.
I'm big.
They
chilling.
closed down the strip apparently too. I
In
just read
Vegas?
that. Yep.
They didn't close down my homegirl almost getting fucking sex trafficked though in Vegas, and she just got back home yesterday.
What? She almost got arrested.
no,
was-
she almost got fucking kidnapped and pimped by some dude.
That
That,
was
Where?
in Vegas.
in Vegas, yeah.
What was she doing that allowed her to even
I
get
don't
into
think
the
she was in
circumstance?
Vegas because
She was in Vegas. She just got
She-
back like yesterday.
she literally got to Kira's house. Like, never mind.
Wait, who are you
In,
talking
like-
about?
Yeah, who
Never
are
mind.
you?
I'm not talking about her. I
thought
know
you were talking
other.
about her.
I know other girls
Oh,
that
someone
are
else.
that are.
What was she doing when she got sex trafficked? Did the guy like grab her on the
She
street?
didn't get sex trafficked. Some dude that she barely knows was like, "Come to Vegas. I'm gonna pay for the hotel suites. Blah blah blah. We're
Does
gonna
not
work
sound
and
safe.
like blah blah blah." And then basically he got there. They got there and one of the girls had her own money and was like, "No, you don't have to pay for me." And like the other girl, he was like paying for her everything and shit. And basically like kind of use that as a tactic to be like, "Okay, well now bitch you owe me. Like go fucking make me $5,000." And like yeah,
Sounds fair to me.
yeah, it was just weird. I was just told the story earlier today, and I'm like, wow, it's crazy.
Girls-
It's still going on.
Listen, just in general, you don't want anything for free. If it seems free, if it seems like too
If it
good
seems
of a deal,
too
you don't
good,
want
just
it.
don't even go. Don't even go. Don't Gabby yourself.
What do you think she's doing right now?
Is she still in jail?
I saw a
Shit,
tweet.
Carrie.
Free
the
Gabby.
Houston courthouses are closed for the week, so she can't even make
so
it
she
to
can't
her-
even get.
Dude,
she got locked.
Draco's trial gets pushed back by like a month or two. And he tweeted in all caps, "Am I gonna die in jail?"
And I said, no, we will free you.
But I mean, think about being him and just having the shit pushed back. He already beat murder once. Now he's got to do it
Oh, my
again.
God.
And he's getting pushed back months and months and months because of this shit. They actually asked me if I would be willing to go on the stand to testify
That he's a good person.
well, more so that lyrics are just lyrics, and
Yeah.
that if Draco says I'm going to
Do
shoot
it.
you in a song, it doesn't mean I'm going to
Go
shoot
do
someone
it.
in
If
real
you don't
life.
do it, you're not for the culture.
Oh no, definitely do it. It's just not sure exactly what the date
status
is
of
on
that. Okay, look, somebody DM me this. If Kevin Durant got it and he had it 5-6 days ago, Drake has it, and Drake was with Lil Yachty and DaBaby, and DaBaby was with YoungBoy, and the list goes on.
But when was Drake with Lil Yachty? Probably a long time ago.
probably they
right?
probably shot that video
They did
maybe
that
a month
video. It
ago.
must have been a long time ago.
It had to be at least a month ago.
Yo, Yachty looks better as a woman than as a guy. I saw him dressed up as Oprah, and I'm like, man, I'm looking forward to him getting the trans reassignment surgery and getting like 20 years older.
Why do you just gotta like?
I just think you would be a bad older woman.
Why do you need to go down that
My
path?
son is my king. Doesn't he look like that? You remember those memes?
My son is my king.
My son is my king.
And like the
that's
my mom, low key.
I went to look that up the other day because I was explaining the meme to Laura.
Laura or Lena?
To Laura. And then I was like,
Lena. I mean, Laura is like my son is king.
No, but that's why I thought it was weird that I was trying to explain it to her, and I'm like, it is kind of racist that I think that this meme is funny because realistically, I don't really know anybody who fits that persona of my son is my king.
If you know a rowdy black nigga, then you know that my son is king mom.
No, I don't know the mom. I
you
don't
don't have
know
to
like
know the
a
mom.
woman in her 30s who's like a single mother. Like,
if you know me and you know, then you can assume that my mom is my son is king mom. Like just by looking at me, it's not really racist.
And that again is why I think it's funny. But I don't actually know any people like that, even though I can imagine what that person's life
Laura
is
reminds me a lot of my mom, honestly.
Oh, I love Laura.
Laura, I don't know to what extent we should talk about her because I have no idea what the fuck's going on with Laura. But
what do you mean?
What do you mean?
No, I mean
you're scaring us.
No,
Yeah,
because I was about to start to discuss like Laura's like romantic goals, and then I was like,
Why?
that's not any of your business.
Let's talk about
because
this.
sometimes she talks about like boys and stuff, and I don't know
Boys or,
what
like,
kind of
grown
advice to
men?
give her. No, you normally, not boys, but
The funniest part about you guys' relationship is you hate how positive she is, and I'm like, that's my favorite thing about Laura.
that's why I'm here on Earth.
I hate
is to
people that are
temper
too
people's
No,
positivity.
she's
I hate
awesome.
people that are too overly positive.
Perky, I love
I
it.
mean, sometimes it's my job as a person to tell people to stop being so fucking positive. So
No, she's good vibes.
Sometimes
all
you gotta
around,
put
good
people in their place.
vibrations.
I mean, I need to tell people to chill the fuck out like frequently sometimes because
Laura
it's like,
is someone that works here at No Jumper for the people asking.
right.
You know who is
Laura's
also
great.
someone here who works here that we haven't talked about today?
Let's not do
Yuri?
it. Let's not do it.
Yuri is
He doesn't like it.
he spent the week. He doesn't like being talked about on here.
No, are
Are you
you
No.
sure of that?
No,
he
he likes
wants
being-
to be on the show. He literally
He
reposted
started
a
a
petition
petition.
asking to be on the show.
Yeah, but you know what one topic you're not allowed to talk to?
Yes,
talk about.
yeah, so don't bring it up,
Don't bring
buddy.
that up.
Well, I'm not going to talk about any specifics.
She
I'm
who
just
must
say,
not be made Voldemorta.
yeah, he went away for the weekend. That's all I know.
Yep. And he brought it back.
He brought it back.
It or
It.
The
Or
virus.
them.
No, her.
Oh.
Did
Oh,
bring
he
her
brought her back?
No,
Oh, wait. Don't talk about her.
it.
her.
Who?
What are her pronouns?
You guys,
Voldemorta.
you guys are
Voldemorta.
you guys are terrible.
People.
I'm not drinking lean.
No, he told me that
You just
he
want
like
to
hates
waste
me.
plastic.
We're not friends anymore.
Yuri hates you.
Mm-hmm.
He's
mean-
just sitting right here. He's not even like denying it or anything.
Yeah, I
They
know.
had
I-
a they had they had
Yeah,
a
he
very
hasn't-
intense convo the
yeah,
other day.
he really
It was
doesn't like
weird.
me as a person anymore.
He's saying it's not true.
He doesn't like me as a friend.
But did you guys have an intense conversation?
It was
I
weird.
didn't think that was intense.
I was taking a shit and I came out and they were like,
You're making it sound way crazier than it was. It was two people talking.
"Yeah, but I don't like talking."
Yeah.
What are we doing right
I
now?
get to shooting.
No, no.
No?
Nah, it was like they were beefing and I was like, "Whoa, what's
Definitely
happening
not
right now?"
beefing. We're having an argument. I mean,
Yeah, you just said
we
it.
were
Having an
having a
argument.
conversation.
Basically, he was like, "I don't fuck with you, Cam girl."
Pretty much, yeah. That's how it went. And I said, hey, why?
Do you think that next week we're gonna have anything to talk about besides the
Let's
coronavirus?
make up some shit.
I
We're
mean,
gonna have to figure something out.
fucking let's like okay. This
Did
is,
anyone listen to EA Deluxe? I
Yeah,
did, and
of
I loved
course.
it.
I did not make it through the whole thing yet,
really?
Loser.
but
Too
I've
busy listening to J Electronica.
Yeah, fucking.
Jaya
That's
like
why.
Hanukkah, Ramadan, Salama, the Miss Ramadan.
Yo,
Pretty
what?
sure that
He's
what it sounded
always
like.
saying some Muslim shit that I don't understand in every song. He just
Hey, you
starts
better
spitting
stop.
some
Hey,
random
hey,
ass
hey,
bars.
Stop even speaking
My
with
brother.
that type of spice in your
I'm
in
not
your tone.
even.
You can't call
I'm
it
not hating
Muslim
on
shit.
it. I'm just saying he just starts spitting a bunch of words. I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
It's
Like
not for,
a lot.
It's not for
It's
you.
not for you,
Okay,
my brother.
I mean, I'm willing to accept that, but
it's
I don't
also
think-
not for me either.
Probably like most other people that listen to rap music also don't know what the fuck he's saying. So, that's cool, I guess. Religion is always.
You know what I think we should bring back during this time of need? IG live beefs like Soulja Boy versus Famous Dex.
I know you've seen that brought back on Twitter today. A lot of old viral videos are getting brought back on the feed right now because there's nothing going on.
I know.
Like the video of the Bagel Boss guy that I
What?
posted.
You saw that again?
I got like 30,000
I didn't see that.
retweets on that, and I saw people bringing it back today. I'm like, y'all are talking about Bagel Boss guy?
Why?
That's how bored everybody is.
Why?
Bagel Boss was a great era, but that was a while ago.
Didn't he have a badass bitch too? Didn't he like get a bad bitch after that?
Was it Josh that looks like him or who looks like him?
Josh kind of does look like Bagel Boss.
Wait, also the video of 6ix9ine on O Block, like it's 10 o'clock. Where the fuck y'all niggas at?
I was just asking King Von about that.
What do you have to say about it?
He was like, I'm from 64th, not from 63rd.
Not from 6ix9ine.
What did he say though?
What he said.
What did he say though?
Wait,
is he from
it.
Is he from 64th or 65th?
He's from O Block. He got the O Block chain.
Really?
King Von is O Block to the death.
But so he's not
fuck with 63rd.
Are you happy that interview was last week and not this week?
What, King Von?
That was last week, right?
I would have sucked to miss that one, yeah.
Bro,
Okay.
think about how close a proximity that is. You have to be beefing from a block away. Like you can't do anything because your ops are a block away.
I Millie Rock on any block, so for me it's...
As Lil Uzi said, me and my boys do not Millie Rock.
What, do you think that was a Cardi diss?
He said it wasn't, but like, I don't know.
think it
Also,
was.
I heard, also he said, look at my shit is popping again. Look at his shit is flopping again. I think that was about Rich the Kid because Rich the Kid's album did terrible numbers.
But he didn't know that when the album came.
He definitely knew that his album was going to shit on.
Rich
If
the
he
Kid has
dropped it
never
the-
really done
That's what I'm-
significant numbers.
That's what I'm saying.
And the only
he said
time
it's flopping again.
he did 60K when Plug Walk was the hottest shit. Remember,
Wow.
like it was about 2 years ago when Rich the Kid had his like weird
Yeah,
career
crazy-
renaissance
crazy
moment.
yeah.
And he's just been trying to live back up to that since that. But that was a very surprising blow up moment for Rich the Kid. You know,
I feel like he's more
he had
of a
the new
singles
freezer
artist.
moment right around
That's
there too.
that's what he
Yeah.
said. He was like, my song's going to be on the radio and da 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 da. And it's just like that was his reply back because Academics was like, I feel bad for Blueface and Rich the Kid.
I'm about to go stream Blueface and Rich the
Please
Kid
listen
because
to the Blueface album. It's hilarious.
you want me to.
But my
hear it?
carne asada.
Carne asada, no horchata.
Vibes.
Vibes.
We're gonna have to
Vibes.
actually talk about music next week.
What's wrong with that?
No, I'm
I
cool with it.
always
But
try
I'm
to
saying
talk
we're gonna
about
have
music.
if nobody's gonna be around each other, so they can't fight and they can't throw drinks at each other and all that shit. Then we're gonna have to actually listen to music. So maybe
What if it gets to a point where we have to live stream this from our own
our house.
houses
on IG Live
On
yeah.
FaceTime.
somehow? Yeah, FaceTime each other.
Fuck
How
that.
would it get to that point?
Yeah,
don't
if you are infected, honestly, like I'm
We're
just
already-
Yeah,
willing
you
to
guys would
accept
probably
it.
just like fucking kick me off the show.
If you get infected, you can just
Vibes.
stay home for a couple episodes,
Vibes.
right? If you get infected and I get it from you, I'm willing to live with that because I mean, I really have not been exposed to that many people. I guess.
Vibes.
Hey, you know what I was thinking?
What?
We should just like, not we, but like some people
Okay.
should quarantine together
Oh, that's funny.
in like a house or like an Airbnb or some shit and just like vlog it or record it and just like, you know, like real world quarantine.
Like the hype house.
I don't know what that is, but
The hype house is falling apart on
I
TikTok.
saw fucking Big Brother Germany. They're
They're
pretty
just
much
finding out
quarantined.
about it now
they're,
or
They're
something,
gonna
yeah.
find out about it on live TV
wow.
because they've pretty much been quarantined off.
I'm gonna pray for brighter days next time we do this.
Vibes.
1 week from now.
Vibes.
Yeah, we don't know what the fuck, because like this shit has been progressing so rapidly. Who knows what the fuck is gonna happen next week?
The craziest part about if you look up the lyrics for that song, it's probably vibes, ha 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 ha.
Did you
That's
hear
lyrics.
that? Yes, Jules was patient 0 in Miami. She tweeted bragging about the
Yeah,
fact that
right.
she lied to
No.
the plane employees.
She's a
What?
fucking idiot.
She
bro.
did.
Her ass is so fat. She's so stupid.
Wait. She lied to the plane employees about having
She was like
coronavirus?
bragging on Twitter, like, "Ha,
I'm gonna actually bring it up because
Yeah,
it's so
bring it up,
funny.
bring it
But
up,
she
bring it up.
basically she got asked about her cough, and she said,
oh, I smoke a lot of backwoods."
"Yeah, she said, I smoke a lot of backwoods."
She was like, they didn't know that I fucking just got back from Italy, from
Right.
Paris.
Am I actually gonna be able
Wuhan.
to find it? Maybe I should have just Googled her.
Oh, I love that picture. I love this girl.
There's actually a lot of that fucking girl.
I fucking love her.
There's actually a lot of people tweeting about
Yes Jules right
about
now?
Yes Jules having the coronavirus. So Yes Jules tweeted, "I'm coughing at the airport and this dude is dead ass petitioning for me to be quarantined." Then she posts like a conversation. "Where did you fly from? Miami. You live here? Yes. Why are you coughing? I smoke too many backwoods. Pardon? I said I have allergies. You been to China in the past 2 weeks? Never been. You been to France in the past 2 weeks? Nope. Okay, you can go." Then she tweets, "If this lady would have flipped one page of my passport, she would have seen I just got back from Paris. No wonder why this shit is spreading."
Like, why is that something to brag about?
It's just so
you
funny.
just lied.
That did not age well. She might have thought that would.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the coon that's always willing to give her the benefit of the doubt because she just has a fat ass, and I'm just like, like maybe
you're the murder mook in this situation.
Yeah, like I'm
mook.
always mooking for her, always. Like,
I hate that. That's a fucking verb.
I'm always mooking for her.
Mooking.
But like,
oh my God.
It's just at certain points, it's just like, bro, just shut the fuck up sometimes. Like, you just like.
I stopped looking at her Twitter a long ass time ago.
Mookin.
I muted her a long time ago too.
Hey, I was thinking that every episode should have a name. Like, you know how the Joe Budden one? Wow, okay, let's just admit the fact that we're blatantly stealing this from them. But they have like a word or a name for every episode.
This one's
Which
mooking.
is?
Do you agree with that? Mookin?
I like it.
MOOKIN.
I'm a mooker for white bitches with fat asses sometimes.
Well, if the coronavirus continues, we're all going to have to be mookers, and we're just going to have to sell our booty holes on the streets. Are you down? You have any wealthy queers that we could sell our assholes to? No.
Where does you always go on these like tangents? Why? Like how? Like,
Anything.
Because it's a podcast. You're supposed to just talk about some shit. Is that from the blue?
Vibes.
I gotta go.
Vibes.
it's so bad.
I'm gonna tell my girl, no, we're not watching a movie tonight. We're listening to the Blueface album.
Make sure you're in tune with your
What does it say if Rich the Kid and Blueface sell less than Lil Xan sold?
How much did Lil Xan sell?
I think 28.
Wait, you talking about like
I thought
total
they
Xanarchy?
sold
Like 2
more
years
than that,
ago,
no?
but still.
Actually, I don't know. I don't.
I mean,
look at
that was the
fucking
height of Xanarchy.
We need a new Lil Xan album.
We need a new Lil Xan.
What's
Did you-
Lil Xan up to?
Did you see him on
He hit me
Instagram with
up
the
the
girl
other
with the
day.
huge boobs? That was amazing.
Would you suck those?
Yes, immediately.
Yes. It would be so weird to suck that because there's no way that it even feels like a real boob. It's like this far out in front.
Bro,
of her.
it was crazy. Did you see it? Look at these titties.
She said something like, "Join me in my quest to make the perfect body."
Bro,
What?
I would join her right now.
Boobs are out this far.
I'm about to follow
That
her right
sounds
now.
like when I used to watch like Jerry Springer. People would go on.
I'm starting
for,
to feel like
Double H.
I think I got the corona. I gotta go.
What do you mean?
We're an hour 34. I gotta
Look
go
at
listen to this Blueface album.
Look at these titties.
What?
Go to Lil Xan's
The
Instagram and say I'm
fuck?
22, wants to jerk off on your forehead.
Oh God.
Don't actually do that. That's kind of messed up.
Vibes.
I'm about to follow this girl.
Vibes.
Mookin. We're mookin. Hey, and you guys, next episode, we got to make them help compete to like name it every episode because there's gonna come a time where we're not sure what the name should be, and we want to then be able to look at the comments and have
These
them help
boobs
us.
are
You're
amazing.
still looking at those boobs. huh?
Amazing.
She plays piano. She's talented.
Everyone follow Algora Cole World.
I can't even.
Go to Lil Xan's Instagram. Appreciate y'all. Keep mooking.
Imagine her laying on her chest, like not on your back.
I'm imagining her